Hello, everybody. I think. Looks like we're live.
Is the internet working tonight?
I think the internet is working tonight. Can you see me?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm guessing it was just some guy in the internet hub in, Boulder, Colorado, just got high and unplugged something, and it took them forever to figure out what he unplugged.
Probably. Hey, welcome to episode 2 of Dragonghast Ravenghast.
Yes. Something like that?
Something like
do
that.
Not belittle my titles, man.
You almost had it. I'll
fucking hunt you down. Do not belittle my titles.
Banegast, Dragon Raven.
Yeah, that's right. Strange creature.
So, we're gonna...
strange creatures.
Speaking of strange creatures, we're here with, everyone else on this screen. And we're going to do a quick round of intros before we get started. Why don't we, Bleak, why don't you start? And then everyone else will go around and do your intros and tell us who you played so I can put your art up as we do so.
Awesome. Yeah, my name is Bleakseason. I play everything in this game, and I run everything, and I wrote all of it. And I even wrote all these guys' lines, so it's really,
So it's all your fault. Whatever happens.
I'm going to mute myself. No.
That's right. Yeah. And you can find me everywhere as Bleakseason or the Bleakseason, depending on the place. And right here doing some stuff with my pals.
Nice.
My friends.
It's so nice to have friends like you.
Yeah.
It's a good thing none of us are card-carrying members of SAG-AFTRA, otherwise we'd be scabs.
It's true.
You're pretty scabby.
All right, who's going?
Especially your toes.
There you go. Shelly.
If you stop putting up pictures of your toes on the internet. Hi, Kevin.
None of them are actually mine. One day you guys will learn where to get them from.
You say that now.
Hey, Kevin.
I'm disturbed. No.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin. Good to be back. I am returning on the interwebs at Kevran Games. I'm also playing tonight Taven Grimjaw, who is our dual sword-wielding halfling fighter who has a little guy at home that he's desperately trying to get home to now that we are caught in some sort of weird, spooky time loop thing. Let's do the time warp again, you know?
You're not calling a time loop, you're dead.
Okay, you know what? You got to go and make it all definitive.
Right.
That.
No, and we're not dead. Those poor suckers on the floor are dead. We are.
What it is,
100% okay.
What actually happened is the plane crashed. We're on the island.
Right.
And now we have to push a button every 108 minutes. So the world's going to end. So,
Yeah.
If you didn't get that reference,
in the end, it was all purgatory. Spoilers.
Yeah, right.
I think that was the point. I'm not really sure.
I don't think anyone actually knows that show.
Yeah, I don't think they knew.
You might be
Shelly,
correct.
Tell us about yourself.
It's just a jump to the left.
That's my right.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, I'm Shelly. You can find me on Blue Sky and Threads as or at whatever. Hey, it's Flea Monkey. That's what you would go to find me.
No apostrophe.
No apostrophe. All one big long blob of letters. Tonight I'm playing Gilroy, the Grey Wolfkin, who likes poetry, seems to like a lady, seems to like this other lady in this group. We don't know. He's pretty excited to get some treasure and make a better life for himself.
He's just a sweet, goodest boy.
Right?
With a big, fat maul.
All right. Miko, you're the other player here besides me, so why don't you go ahead?
Sure, I can do that. Hi, everyone. I am Miko, otherwise known as the OKSGM. You can find me on all the socials at the_OKS_GM or without the underscores in places that don't like underscores because, who really likes underscores. I am playing Brum Black Shadow, a lovely young lady who just trying to find her place in the world and in doing so murders people to make sure they don't, get in her way.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good life, I think.
Too, apparently.
And just for the audience, what is your Toes Twitter account?
It's not Twitter, it's OnlyFans. And if I say
only toes, you need to start that. This needs to be a thing.
I'm sure if you search the internet, you would find a website dedicated to only toes.
Right. Shelly,
but I'm
do you know
fairly
what the
certain
address is, Shelly?
Yeah,
if we
I'm
give
actually
out
making
such
some mental
URLs, it'll
notes
be
right
in
now.
violation of Twitch's user agreement. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess that leaves me. I'm Jeremy. You can find me here when I'm here. Otherwise, when I'm on the social media, which I've kind of been quiet lately. Sorry. Usually at WH Pubs, and I am playing Glaud von something. I can't think of my character's.
Manic.
What is it?
Mannix.
Manic.
Glaud von Mannix.
Yeah, something like that. Also a
Marnix.
wolfkin, but brownish instead of grayish, and maybe a little I feel like maybe I'm a little more innocent than the rest of you, even though I am the one who stole the Fae Kama Sutra pages from my former teacher. I feel like you guys have seen things that I am just like, whoa. That's what I'm going to go with.
Something last night.
Right?
You led a very sheltered life.
How did we get all that mud on us?
Right?
I want to know.
Well, with that, Bleak, why don't you do a quick wrap up of what happened last time?
You want me to wrap up the game
right now? Yeah, just wrap it up right now.
So you all died a second time.
really quick stream.
Right.
Let's see. So you were all, one way or another, you were all cheated by the Mallard Scholar Lodril. And when you each separately went to assassinate him, because that's what he deserved, he managed to bamboozle you into, instead of assassinating him, escorting him to this place called Ravenghast, where he said lots of treasure would be found. You arrived in a small town called Skullroot, where you spend the night. When you woke up in the morning, things were weird. Lodril was gone. People, and I hope you now realize why people are reacting weird to you, because you're dead. Remember when you were in the village, they were constantly jumping, and people were like, don't look. It's because to them you were a ghost. You were dead, and you were haunting the hotel, and they'd just kind of gotten used to you by then. But
I just thought it was Broom's like dead sexiness.
Except for Richardson, who very happily chit-chats with you. You decided to travel to Ravenghast anyways, looking for Lodril, who you figured at this point had abandoned you, and wanting to get your revenge, but also get to the riches that are in Ravenghast. You arrive in, you took the path through the fairy woods to get there, where you encountered the fairy queen, who made you a deal and gave two of you bracelets that were to protect you throughout the trip. And what she wants is she wants you to clear out Ravenghast so that she can take it as her own kind of little manor. On the way there, you came across a group of adventurers that had been slain, and Richardson again, who now is an undertaker and was coming to take away the bodies. On these folks, whom you recognized as being part of a group of adventure rescuers, you found letters. Basically, people in your background that you are important to had gotten together and gotten some money together to hire these adventurers to come and rescue, because apparently you'd been missing for over a year at this point. These people were Tavin's son, who was missing. For Glaud, it was... I'm sorry, I'm going to go and find the letters. Yeah, so for Glaud, it was Ariana Redstream, who was a lady that, you were sweet on, and whom you had gifted a pendant that she had given in payment for them to come and find you. For Brum, it was Jory, a young street kid, a street urchin who Brum had sort of taken under their wing, and who looked up to Brum. And he wanted to come and find you himself, but was afraid because without Brum, he's getting picked on and life is just so terrible. For Taven, it was your son Jairus, who was looking for you. He included an old teddy bear as a bonus payment. And for Gilroy, it was just some really terrible poetry. Very, very terrible poetry. And this is the lady, in fact, actually, who paid with a silver chain around her neck with a red heart. It was... your fair lady, and not Glaud.
We have that
Vlad
happen
was
all the time.
Kleptomaniac. Ariana Redstream was the kleptomaniac who had stolen chapters from your master's book. But she loves you, so it's okay.
I mean, I didn't get upset about it.
That's right. And so you continued on, arriving at Ravenghast Manor, where you met Richardson.
Again.
Who
With
gets
some
around.
cool pants this time.
Yep. Who's a groundskeeper at the manor. He told you a few different things. The first thing he told you was to, under no circumstance, go into the mausoleum, and you realize that on the mausoleum there's a chain. One of the things I did forget to mention was that you all woke up with items, different items in your possession. Actually, Brum was missing a knife, which you still haven't found. Gloud, you had woken up with 3 gems. Taven had woken up with a set of keys, which you found are the keys to the manor and the surrounding areas. I
had a dagger.
A bloody
dagger. I'm just trying to remember your name, Gilroy, because I was like, it's not Gilroy. Gilroy, you have a dagger, an old dagger, very old dagger that's seen a lot of use. You thought maybe it was Brum's fault, but it turns out it's not. So you still don't know what that dagger is all about. You were told not to go in the mausoleum under no circumstance. It's under lock and key. You don't want to go there. You heard weird noises and weird things coming out from there, so you know. And you saw a strange monolith out in low forest, but you ignored it and went inside the house. When you walked inside the house, you found, my friends, a group of people that look exactly like you, that are dead, apparently having killed each other, as someone was stabbed in the back, and this precipitated some form of corps-à-corps, melee combat, that ended badly for everyone, as all of you realize, are dead. Unsure exactly what this revelation meant, Taven went and kicked the door open, because from the room upstairs came the sound of music. And you thought, where there's music, there's a way. And so you can check out the map if you wish. And Taven goes to kick the door, and this is where we left off.
Indeed.
Taven, wait!
Like stops with his foot in the air. What?
Well, you can put your foot down. You've already done the damage.
Right. And I don't want you to fall over. I had a thought.
I got a lot of balance, okay? I'm perfectly fine.
So you said we should do the thing second or even later than we originally thought to do, right?
Yeah, I think that's what was decided, yeah.
So my first reaction to finding these gems in my pocket, and I shake like the 3 that I pulled out of dead me's pocket, was to just put them in my pocket and not look at them, because it felt like somebody was watching me. And I didn't get that feeling when they weren't being held. But maybe I should figure out what they are before we continue, because if somebody's watching us, that's bad, right? Or good. I don't know.
Hey, I say let him come. Let's end this once and for all, right?
I'm confused because there's 3, and I thought maybe there's 1 for each of us, but there's 4 of us. But now we have 6, so should each of you take one?
Hey, you know about magic and stuff. I don't really know anything like that, so, I mean, I'm following your lead on this.
Bleak, how long would it... Go ahead.
Oh, I don't mind if someone wants to watch me. I mean, maybe they could provide me some help with my poetry practice. I'll take one.
I mean, what if like the person is trying to help us get out of this loop?
Might be.
Okay, I'll give you 2.
Your dead body. Yeah, I mean that's a great theory. Thanks.
What if each of these is one time we've died?
Oh.
Ugh.
Like somehow our lives are like extra, they're like collected in these hearts or something.
Or what if each of these is how many lives we have left? Did we just get extra lives? Okay, this is confusing. Bleak, how long would it take me to like do like the check. I'll remember what it's called. The mentalism check, like I did with the other magical item.
It's not very long.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. If you all don't mind waiting.
Go for
Hey,
it.
we're dead. We got all the time in the world, right?
Music's still playing. There's like a nice, sort of swaying. No, 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 no. It's kind of an organ that's playing. It's like. Da, 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 da,
Is it any of the songs that, what's his name, was singing?
Oh,
He sang "Girl from Ipanema,"
Richardson,
right?
yeah.
Richardson, yeah, he sang that. I don't know what the other two are. One was like a Rod Stewart song, wasn't it? No, I don't know. Probably not.
Did you ever watch the TV show Westworld?
Yes.
So in the first season, they had this thing where that piano would play a song, then you'd realize, oh shit, it's like a song by Duran Duran or whatever. It's kind of like that, where like,
Are you saying we're getting rickrolled? Is that what you're saying?
Then, yeah, that's basically it. So that you realize that they are in fact, kind of different arrangements of.
Oh,
Interesting.
Richardson.
All right, so I just want to point out that when I rolled this new die that I just got today for the first time, I got a 1, which is an amazing roll during this game.
It's called the Dragon. Yeah, it's called the Dragon, and that is a critical success. So what is it you're trying to accomplish, my friend?
Well, instead, this time I rolled a 16, which failed. So,
sad sauce.
Right?
You look at these
get.
gems, and you sort of bend your considerable mental power towards them, and you try to unlock their mystery. And no, there's nothing there.
Okay. Do any of you want one, just in case?
What? One of your heart crystals?
Yeah. So I've got 4
Sure.
left because I gave 2 to Gilroy.
I'll take one.
All right, here you go.
I mean, I would have gave you that extra set of keys, so I'll take an extra heart.
Okay.
Cool.
Broom.
I kind of
I thought you only had 3.
Well, no, I pulled 3 out of Dead Me's
6.
pockets,
6
so now I
now,
have 6. And I gave 2 to Gilroy, 1 to Tavin.
Then your previous statement about them being some kind of representation of our number of lives is irrelevant. Wouldn't the number have been different?
What
Either
if we've
2
spent
or
all of
4?
our? What if one of us has spent all of our lives? You should carry one just in case.
Do you think that you are some kind of cat?
Isn't that
No.
9, not 3?
That's disgusting.
To be fair, there are wolfkin that resemble wildcats a bit more than they do wolves. There's a strain of them. They live off the mountain somewhere, but
Not this wolfkin.
Not this one either.
these dogs.
Oh,
don't-
you're racist, Wolfkin.
No, there's just you have to have a certain level of expectations for yourself, and I don't. Damn it!
They're
I
like
just
the dirty
kicked the ground.
No,
Hey,
I
Cloud,
don't
you're
want
cool.
one of-
Don't let them get you riled up, okay? We're all in this
Listen,
together.
I think the doggier the better too.
Taven,
I
here.
don't want one of your fucking crystals.
I give you the fucking crystal that I was gonna give Broom.
Now I have 2.
Now you have 2.
Okay.
We're the Twosies club now.
I kind of
Right.
juggle them for a
Hey,
second.
they're probably
juggling
worth
them.
like a few gold piece each. So if nothing else, at least you'll get out of this thing with that.
Can't
We don't
spend
get
it
any-
when we're dead.
Sweet.
We don't
I'll
get
put
any
one in each of my
walking
pockets.
vibe?
And now it's like
Interesting.
I got like little tiny bumps right there.
Yeah.
What are you, Val Kilmer? No, sorry. Jerk lady.
I'm Batman.
No one's gonna hold him up to the light and look through him.
I will now that you
Well-
said it.
Right?
Doesn't
Check
do
if they're counterfeit.
Turns everything red.
I'll bite it.
Oh, it's just candy. It's just cinnamon candy.
Oh,
Shatters
rock.
your
Oh,
teeth.
yeah.
I
What do
gestured
you do?
towards the door that Taven had kicked open.
Do we get the feeling like we're being watched when we hold these?
That's a good question because only
Stones?
Broom touched him and wasn't affecting
Yeah.
Broom.
So let me put it this way. Like
in my
when you
paws.
pick up a piece of garlic, a freshly opened up garlic, and you smell the garlic, right? But if you were in a garlic factory, you probably wouldn't smell this garlic, right? So earlier, Glad was smelling the garlic because it was just that, but now you're in a garlic factory, so you can't tell the difference.
So we've
Ooh.
got the creeps that are
Okay,
overwhelming
yep.
our creeps.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Fair.
You've got
Cool.
creeps, they're multiplying, and you're losing control.
Wait, I could do this.
Yeah, you know who can't do
I've
that?
played a jet
Miko.
twice. I'm pretty sure I could snap, but I'm not going to show off. So let's push past it here.
Can you double snap?
Oh yeah.
Miko,
Miko's there, and you
Miko,
hear
can you double
snapping, and
snap?
then he holds up his hands, and he's not doing it with his hands.
Yeah, right.
Is that
Aw.
sufficient snapping?
I could hear it from here. So yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it almost blew out my headphones.
Right.
To be honest.
Need you to tone that down.
Yeah. Bring it
Windows
down.
are shattering for miles. 5-mile radius.
Oh, Bleak, save us from ourselves. What happens?
You enter, my friends.
This is why I would like gaming with Deb, because Deb saves us from ourselves.
Right.
Deb's not here, so
Off the
Uh-oh.
rails.
I get to refresh.
You enter
go.
into what is somewhat of a drawing room. There are bookshelves along the wall. The books are all kind of old and dusty. There are some sofas, some comfy chairs, and a nice big fireplace that is burning, but you don't really feel heat coming from it. But there's some logs in there, and there's kind of fire going on. There is a beautiful organ at one end of the room, this massive pipe organ that's up there, and it's music's coming from it, but there's no one playing it. And most alarmingly are the two dancers. You can see as you walk into the room that there are two people dancing. One appears to be we were just talking about it, a wolfkin, but of the cat variety.
Gotcha.
Dressed in full plate armor, golden armor, beautiful, intricate work, engraving work on it. And this wolfkin, catkin, felinekin knight is busy dancing with, I guess, the Dragonbane equivalent to Wednesday Addams, perhaps. This human woman, who appears kind of ghostly in blue, long black hair, and the two of them are just dancing all through the room together, locked in an embrace. There is a big hole in the floor that you can notice, but they kind of scooch over it without falling through it. And they're just moving in time to the music and dancing all around the room.
they don't seem to notice any of us as we walk into the room.
Well, as you walk into the room, eventually it feels like they're very concentrated on what they're doing. But as you start moving around the room and kind of poking around, one of them, probably the knight, will sort of look over her partner's shoulder and say, "Oh, they've returned." And then they keep dancing a little bit. And then the human woman looks up over at you and she goes, "Pleasure to see you again. Have you come to stay this time?" And then they keep dancing.
You know us?
I should think so.
I can't
How?
really help it. My ears are twitching in time with the music.
Do you feel like dancing?
I kind of do.
You could dance.
I'll just
You
sway.
could dance if you
Dance
wanted.
if you wanna.
You could leave your friends behind, but
Yeah.
I'll dance with you.
Well, okay, because I was going to say, I don't
Oh.
think
Two
my
dog-
friends dance, but I could be
Two
wrong.
dogs dancing. Two dogs dancing.
You start dancing. As you're dancing around the room, that knight says, "I wouldn't recommend that." And the other one says, "Oh, let them enjoy themselves. They're going to die again soon enough."
Well, Broom, I'm not going to dance with you, so.
That's good, because most people that dance with me do not survive the tale.
Wow. Hardcore.
Hardcore. So what do you do? So the two Wolfkin are dancing along with the other couple who are moving through the room. What are Taven and Broom doing?
So how do you know us?
We've met you before. You've been here a few times.
A few times.
How many times have you seen us here?
No, I don't know. I could not tell you. Time is not something I have a good grasp of anymore. This is usually the human woman who's speaking. I'll say when it's the night.
But you can count though, right?
I can, but I'm busy trying to keep up with the music. I'm sorry if I didn't pay closer attention to you. My apologies.
Did you know that our bodies are out in the other room?
Some of them, sure.
Some
I
of
assume
them.
their bodies or skeletons of yours littered throughout this entire house.
Skeletons.
Oh.
Well, some of your remains have been here a certain amount of time.
Do you have bodies in the other rooms too? Are you?
Well, considering one of the other room is somewhat of a mausoleum, I would say yes. Oh, you mean do we have bodies? I
your
believe
own bodies.
Where are our bodies, darling? And the knight says, I think they're below us. That would make sense. All very hazy.
There's a cellar here? Is that what you're saying?
There is
Oh,
a floor beneath us. But I don't recall what's down there. It seems everything outside this dance seems so far away and in a bit of a fog. It's difficult to... As soon as I try to focus on it, the music carries me away. There's, you see, and then the music has changed, and now it's a different tempo, and they're kind of focused on it again and keep dancing. I'm sorry, this is too important. I have to keep focusing.
That's all right. Kind of weird. I'm a little out of my my element here, so
there's the organ, there's books and stuff like that. There's that hole in the floor. There doesn't appear to be any other doors. There are a couple of windows. There's some stained glass windows in the room. There's one main one here, and then there's a couple other little windows over here.
I will go over to the hole in the floor and peer down into it to see if I notice anything.
It's quite dark down there. Do you have any source of light you could perhaps lower down, or...
Yeah, I could drop a torch down.
You light the torch and drop it down, and as it drops, you notice that on the floor, right beneath there is a lot of debris, which you assume is the debris from the floor, and a couple of skeletons entwined together.
How far of a drop is it?
15 feet, maybe.
I'll
jump down there.
They both rush for it.
Give me athletics or acrobatics. I'm not sure which one you want to use.
Sorry, that was awfully close to the microphone. I apologize if that was loud.
Acrobatics or what? Or just
acrobatics. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm great at this. Fail.
2 under 14.
Nice.
And Kevin?
I got a 9 over my 6.
So, Brum, you, heavy as you are, you drop down and land quite safely, crouching and not injuring yourself. Light, yes, and lithe and agile. You, Taven, fall, and as you fall, you land and your foot catches wrong on a piece of debris and it folds over and you hear a sharp crack and you just go splatting right face first into one of the skeletons. I will say you take 4 points of damage.
Oof.
4?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Or let's make it interesting. You can either take 4 points of damage, or you can take the dazed status.
I'll take the status. Let's get a status going.
So be aware that this means that any skill roll that you have that's tied to agility you do with a bane until you can rest.
Okay.
Can you? I don't remember if this is a thing, but when you interact with your memento,
You
You
can
can take
heal
an-
one condition.
you can heal a condition. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's an action, or
It would be a little bit more than an action. It would take a few minutes.
Like during one of the rest types, right?
Yeah, but it would just be like a short one. Like it would just be like a few minutes of, spending some time alone and basically you describing the scene to me of what you do. But
Cool.
before you do that, you find yourselves in a room, and of course, I wish now I had both of the maps on that same page because I should have known better than to not realize that you'd split up. However,
and they call me
With-
the OKSGM.
We bifurcated.
We have
We're not
Not
bifurcated
supposed
the
to
party.
bifurcate.
Party has been bifurcated.
which let's face the
Success.
fact, this is par for the course. So you find yourselves, my friends, in an ancient crypt-like room. You landed on two of these skeletons, as I was talking about, and oops. In the room, there is an idol that's on a bit of a dais at the other end of the room. There's this monstrous, hulking, demonic figure that is depicted in this kind of strange bronze statue. All around it are several skeletons of bodies that have long decomposed. You can see several marks of blood on the ground, as if their blood had been spilled here several times over the years. The bodies are arranged in a sort of organized fashion, so that it looks, it wasn't sort of random. They were the bodies, whoever killed them or were placed in a very kind of specific way that sort of smells of possible ritual. And that's basically the room. It's just this kind of dank cellar that smells of old blood and old death. I would like both of you, mein Frons, Kevin and Miko, give me a... we're going to do a fear check, but you are, dead and you are experienced adventurers. I'm going to give you a boon on it. But you're going to give me a fear check, which is basically to roll your willpower. So you're going to roll with a boon and try to roll under your willpower.
Okay. I succeed. 9 under my 14.
Rolling now. 8 under 13.
8 under. So both of you are somewhat unnerved by what you're seeing. There's something very wrong, very alien about this statue, about the powers that reside herein, but you are, experienced enough that you don't go running out screaming or anything like that. What would you like to? There is a door. I think you can see it on the...
Yeah, I'll get to my feet and then I'll look over at Broom. You okay? That fall wasn't too much for you? You all right?
Broom kind of snaps her head over to Taven in a menacing gaze, and then blinks a few times, reaches down and picks up her torch, and with a kind of short and clipped hostility in her tone, calls up through the hole in the ceiling of this room and says, "Wolfkin, this is something you might want to come down and investigate." And then she's going to go over and start checking the door.
Hey, while you're up there, can you turn off that music? It's got a weird acoustics down here.
Upstairs,
Don't
two
turn
of you
off the fucking music.
are dancing. You kind of distinctly hear the two of them screaming downstairs, but you find that you're not really interested in that. Yeah, the song is very engaging. The movement is very liberating. You are now falling in sync with the other couple that is dancing, and
Nickelback.
you find yourselves really enjoying this. It's kind of like a sense of purpose almost. You feel like you're accomplishing something. You're doing good. As you dance, you can see the other two dancers start to smile a little bit more and look like they feel a little lighter, and they keep dancing with you. And now the lot of you are in sync, and you're exchanging partners, and you're kind of moving around, and the music becomes all encompassing and sort of replaces everything. You're in this beautiful room with sunlight filtering in through stained glass windows. The music reminds you of wonderful, warm memories from your childhood. It's a beautiful moment.
Wow, do you mind if I dip you?
Oh, not at all.
Dip you down, dip
You
you
get
out.
a rush to your head. It's wonderful. It's
Yeah,
very
my
wonderful.
my tail's like, brushing dirt away as I get dipped because I'm just so excited about it.
Yeah,
you
like
know,
wagging a lot.
when I started the dance, it was really to kind of like put these others at ease, and so I could like look around as I was dancing. And it was about the time that we stopped to do we get Q-tip and throw it away, Q-tip, throw it away, that I realized I was really more about the music than anything. So, but before that, had I gleaned anything that was in the room that might have stood out?
Aside from the ghostly dancers and
Right.
the self-playing organ and all that, I will say give me an awareness check.
Sure.
Could I also do that? That was sort of my plan, to start moving around the room
Sure.
as well. Okay.
Sure.
Casually look at stuff.
Barely 12 under 14.
There's something about this room. Definitely. What'd you get?
5 under 10.
Much
There's
better.
definitely something about this room. You can tell that there's something extremely important about this room. There is. It's kind of a nexus of something, but that music is so good, and you could kind of worry about it and kind of try and investigate it, but it's so much easier to just dance, and it's so much more comfortable and so much more fun, really. There's something here, but you can probably get to it later.
Yeah.
It's probably not that important.
I mean, that sounds great to me.
Yeah, let's kick out the jams first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downstairs, you hear dancing upstairs. You hear scratching of claws on the wood floor, as 3 of the dancers upstairs have really long claws on their toes. They don't answer to you. They don't do anything. The music seems very distant.
Do they not hear us down here? Do you think we're somehow the sound doesn't carry, or the music's too loud, or what do you think?
I am thinking that the music is somehow preventing them from hearing us, but I don't think it is physically preventing it.
More weird, creepy magic stuff, huh?
I think so, yes.
All right. So we either climb back up there and smack some sense into them, or we just move around here ourselves and investigate what's down here. I mean,
I am trying to hold on to my senses and wits based on what we discussed earlier about not doing what our first instinct might be. And so I have delved many ancient places before and dealt with such scenes as this. And she kind of gestures to all of the corpses or the skeletons around and such. And Normally, something such as this, I would want to destroy or mar or maim in some way so as to disrupt any potential magic. But I am clinging to the idea that that is not necessarily a good thing at this moment. So I think that since that is what I would do first, normally I think that we should try and investigate through the door and perhaps find the way back up to our companions above.
Okay. Yeah, my first thought was to climb out of here, but I mean, look how tall that is. So I mean,
I mean, I could throw you.
I don't know if you can. You know, I'm a lot bigger than I look. You know, I got stockiness.
I can throw you.
Okay, well, you probably can. You're pretty tough. Well, let's go investigate the door. I mean, let's see. Maybe there's a stairwell or someplace that could take us up a little bit better than just trying to climb. And you know, I'd hate to fall and bust my other fucking ankle. You know, because that would hurt. So.
Do you need to take a moment to rest? I can go and search for stairs.
Well, I don't think we need to further break up the party. I mean, Bleak, I can walk, right? I mean, it's just...
You're muted.
You're muted, but I saw that you nodded.
I was just going to say, it was just for flavor.
Okay. No, I mean, let's stay together. Let's not split us up anymore. Let's not, as our esteemed colleagues say, let's not bifurcate this anymore, right? Let's...
Fine. So, in my investigation of the door, do I need to roll something to see if I notice anything off or potentially trapped or magically whatever?
There's nothing that draws your attention as to being weird like that, except the door is locked.
Okay. I will attempt to pick the lock.
While she's attempting to pick the lock, can I just look around and make sure that none of the skeletons are moving, or there's nothing glowing, or we haven't activated something falling down here, anything like that?
Yeah, so you can try picking the lock. Give me a sleight of hand roll. Meanwhile, give me a spot check.
7 under 14.
That's spot hidden?
Yeah, and Brum, just as you unlock the door and it clicks open and you realize you remember you have the keys for this, but you did a good job. You unlocked the door, so you're good to go.
I don't see
think I have. I don't think I have the extra keys.
I have the keys. Yeah,
I think Kevin has spare keys. Yeah.
Yeah, I have keys, and then Jeremy, sorry, brain fart. Cloud has the set that we found on our dead bodies. So
glad to meet you. What did you get on your spot check?
I got a 15 over my 10, so I didn't see anything.
Yeah, like for a second, you're like, holy fuck, where did all the skeletons go? Oh, no, okay, they're there.
The skeleton's like, hey, don't forget you have the keys.
Good call,
just
guys.
about to notice something important, and you're like, oh, no, wait, I got the keys right here.
Yeah, right.
You unlock the door. Upon the other side, you find yourselves not only in a very small room with a couple doors, but there's a very nice round rug in the middle that really ties this room together, even though there's fuck all in this room to tie together.
But it sure does it.
Yes. That carpet is fucking the next little rug.
Roll a save versus carpet?
No. Upstairs, my friends, you are dancing, and as you are dancing, you notice the other two are whispering and talking to each other a little bit, and one of them says, do you think we can? Maybe we could. Should we try? Well, they are dancing. Let's try. And then you see them slowly slow down and eventually stop dancing. And the human woman's like, oh my. Well, it's been quite a while. Perhaps we should sit down a little bit. Rest our legs. Yes, they're dancing. We should be good. And they go over and they find the nice two seats that are there, and they sit on either side of the table. Oh, this feels good. I kind of wish we had wine to drink or something, or at least a nice herbal tea. Yes. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, and they both sit there, and the light's coming in from that stained glass window behind them, and it's lighting them, and you can tell that they're really relaxing and sort of, for the first time, perhaps in a long time, kind of feeling like they're resting.
Does this cause any kind of feeling in us beyond what we think it would, or?
Yeah, you kind of feel like that feeling you had earlier of the importance that you were doing something important. Now it's really settled in on you, and you kind of feel stressed about it now. The dancing's no longer really that much fun. You kind of feel like, you're dancing under duress here. It's starting to kind of tire you out. Your legs are starting to hurt. Your feet starting to hurt. Your back's starting to hurt. The music's getting grating. It's kind of getting really annoying, and your partner, you start getting both of you are just stepping on each other's feet, just kind of bumping into each other. You know this for the first time, the other's breath, when they're really close, and it's really not good. And it's just all of a sudden you're like, oh, what am I doing? And
I notice you wrinkle your nose, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I haven't brushed in days. It's kind of been a thing.
I didn't want to say anything, but it's starting to get real bad.
So sorry. Maybe we should take a break. I mean, I don't know about you, but I wasn't really made for long-term dancing. I'm more like a short-term, like a sprinter.
Yeah. I'm a sprinter dancer too. Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and just go sit down? Maybe these fine folk can tell us more about.
Yeah. I mean, we only did this to make them feel at ease, and if they're sitting, maybe we can sit.
Right.
Yeah, let's do that.
You're finding it very difficult to stop dancing, though. It's like every time you go to stop, the music kind of carries you forward again. And after a couple times of kind of trying to stop, one of the other dancers notices you, the human woman, and she goes, "Oh, no, please, don't stop. Please, you can't stop. I'm sorry, we'll just rest for a moment, and then we'll come back to it, but you can't stop."
We're tired and not having fun anymore. Is there
I know,
reason?
and it's only going to get worse. But you have to please look. We've been doing it for years and years and years now. We just need a little bit of a rest. You're very kind to do this for us. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, you're welcome, but I don't think that we knew we were taking over for you in this kind of way. Have you ever tried just turning the music off?
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Why? This guy's breath. Why?
I know you can't stop the music. If you stop the music, it's all over.
Yours doesn't really smell all that great either. What were you eating?
I know. Oh, a whole bunch of different things. The melange, not right. I'm sorry.
The mushrooms, the mushrooms from last time.
The mushrooms.
Ow, my tail.
What, Gloud, what if we go over and kind of bump the music player? I don't buy this.
I mean, I can't really see anyone playing it. There's got to be. Is it automatic? Let's try.
Let's just.
Yeah.
Let's go over and destroy it. I feel like destroying something right now. I'm really tired.
I mean, that escalated quickly, but sure.
A minor destroy.
Do you want to try to stop dancing? Because you could try to stop dancing.
I mean, I think using our motion to sway into the organ is a good idea. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
What could go wrong?
Go ahead because you don't have a dancing skill.
What?
Go
kind of
ahead.
Game is this?
That's right.
I should have one.
Give me. We'll just make it a brawling roll. Let's say. So go ahead and give me. Each of you give me a brawling roll. And I will say that because you are holding on to each other and you are dancing, it's not that easy. So give me a brawling roll, but with a disadvantage, a bane. Now, if you have something you want to use, your advantage or something to counteract that bane, you're welcome to.
12 under 14.
With
you know why I'm going to roll this?
I had a 4 too, but I'm a brawler, man.
All right, I'll try this, and then I have some magic in case that doesn't work. double sevens under, really over 4. So
Okay.
So it's very, like, it's right there, and every time you try to kind of swing for it, Gilroy's just kind of cutting in and just ramming it, and just really like being a terrible dance partner. Gilroy, go ahead and roll me some damage. So your damage, I think it's D6. I think the base brawling damage is a D6. And you can add your strength bonus, which is another D6 to that.
This thing is gonna break. Ooh, 11.
So as you hit it, there's a donk, and then the music kind of wavers, and the thing shatters, and a couple of the tubes kind of start falling down, and it makes this weird noise. The music keeps going, but the piano's completely out of tune now. It's barely danceable anymore. Downstairs, my friends, you are in that little room with the carpet, that rug that really ties it together. There are 2 doors there. What do you do?
Carpet kind of smells like piss. I think maybe a nihilist was on it. No?
It's very possible.
So, Brum is a little bit put off by the carpet, in the sense that it's so out of place, it, annoys her. So she is not going to step onto the carpet, believing it to be trapped in some way, and she's going to kneel down next to it, and try to scorch it a little bit with the torch. Not trying to completely catch it on fire, but just see if the fibers of it bend and curl and scorch as the heat from the flame comes down.
But it's kind of damp down here, so it doesn't catch on too bad. But yeah, it does definitely look like if you put your mind to it, you could burn this thing.
Okay.
Mimic test.
Then
it's not a mimic.
Right. Then yeah, just kind of stand up from it, move away from it, and start heading towards, if I am facing south, the door to my left. So
the door
on the curved wall.
The eastern door on the curved wall.
Right. As you approach the door, you hear upstairs kind of a bang, bang, bang kind of noise, and then the piano goes, and then it's still kind of playing, but it's really kind of wonky. And as you step up to the door and you hear this noise upstairs, this piano kind of going a little haywire, you suddenly feel a sense of tremendous joy that just fills the entire place. It's palpable. You can feel it.
We're almost on to something up there.
You were welcome.
The
Maybe.
door in front of you is barred with several strange locks that don't seem to have keyholes per se. There are sigils, all sorts of arcane markings on the door. There are 3 locks on it, and each of them has just kind of like a little misshapen hole in each of it. It's not a keyhole.
So Taven starts to step forward with the key ring, but then sees these misshaped. Oh, okay. Just kind of hangs it back on his belt. Go ahead. I mean, you did awesome with the other one, so
do I feel as though this lock is pickable?
No.
Okay.
There's something that has to go in there.
If there's something in that other door, and I'll point across the rug to the other door on the straight wall.
Has
the music actually stopped fully, or?
No, it's still going on, but it's kind of like, it's off tempo, and it's the tuning's completely off now.
All right, look, Taven, I know that this is strange to ask, but I would very much like to throw you upstairs through that hole so you can get our companions to stop whatever it is that they're doing with the music. There is something telling me the music is important right now, and would you allow me to do this?
Wait, what do you mean something told you the music was important?
I believe that there is an evil, maleficent thing that wants the music to stop, and I do not want that to happen because I don't know what will happen yet. So until I know more about that, I do not want it to happen.
Okay. If you think you could toss me up there.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Let's realize something. You know what? I'm ready. Toss me up there. Let's do it.
All right. So we go into that room, and I will attempt to toss Taven high enough that he can grab on to the edge. We'll do the kind of kneeling down thing, crossing my my hands, fingers crossed, in front of me, and just like throw him up.
Is there a way I can assist her where, like, as she's starting to throw, I can, like, push off of her hands and
Well, so this is how this is going to work. So, Brum, give me a strength check.
Okay. Just pure under my strength?
Yeah.
11 under 16.
All right. So what this will do, Kevin, is that it will give you a bonus to your acrobatics check. Boon to your acrobatics check to get up there. Now you have a disadvantage right now because of your condition to your agility. So you're rolling flat. You want to hit your acrobatics to push up enough and grab the side of the thing and claw out of it.
And I don't know if I can do a reaction to this should this go poorly, but you let me know if it does.
Will do. You do have each an advantage, so it's there also if you want to use that. Just
well, I already rolled. Luckily, I got a 5 under 6.
Nice.
Very tight.
So I get there, and I just barely with my fingertips.
Yeah, you go, and you almost like let go, but then you're kind of hanging on there.
Yeah.
Pull up.
When you hear that?
When you climb up, you see that the woman and the Night Wolfkin are sitting in chairs, sort of relaxing. And you look up and you can see Gloud and Gilroy just running. They look literally. It looks like Gilroy is trying to slam Gloud into the piano.
Breakdancing,
like kind of trying to, and the piano's like the organ's all messed up now. Half the tubes have fallen off. The piano's completely sort of out of order.
Started a mosh pit without me. What the hell, guys?
Now, are you like face planting me into it, or am I looking back at the room? Can I see the two?
Well, you kind of. So I will say,
face planting him.
I will say both of you can make an awareness check with a Bane to notice Taven.
So I don't really care about Taven right now. I'm more curious if these other people in the room are like very upset that we're smashing the organ.
So give me an awareness check.
Okay.
You're kind of in the middle of like. So I'm gonna say a Bane anyways, because you are kind of trying to hit the thing and kind of dancing, and Gilroy's still kind of holding on to you and trying. So it's not easy to kind of focus on that.
So is this an at or below, or is it just below?
An at or below. Yeah.
Okay, I got 14 at 14.
And Gilroy, what are you doing?
Oh, should I not roll the awareness?
Well, I don't know. What are you doing? You haven't destroyed the piano. Are you hitting the piano again?
I was probably going to hit the piano again, yeah.
So give me another, strength check.
Ah!
Let's see,
Did
that
Shelly
is...
tab over to Only Toes?
No, my dog is barking too, so I'm distracted. Jerk.
Yeah, all these
Should have got him out of here.
Only Toes pop-ups are taking over her screen.
Just if I send someone a message in Discord, please give it an emoji so I know that you saw it.
12 under 14.
12 under 14. All right, give me your damage again. 2d6.
Okay. I know there's a way to bump it, but I don't think I'm using that. Just gonna do this. 5. That's not a lot.
Well, that's enough. Because I think at 15 hit points and you did 11 earlier. So as Taven, you come up and you go, what are you doing in a slam dancing or whatever? You come up, you see that Glaude, you're like kind of trying to look at what they're sort of doing. They look fucking horrified. They're like that.
Yeah.
And just as you see that, and just as you notice Taven, and just as Taven does this, you get hauled back, and Glaude crunches down through the piano. The thing goes, you hear the strings shatter, the rest of the tubes fall down, the thing falls in half, the music stops, and all you hear is the human woman go, "What have you done?"
Hey, wait. Stop.
We stopped the music.
No.
It's stressing everybody out.
I got a bad feeling about it too, but you know what? We're trying not to follow our gut in this place. And my gut says to not trust old Krabby Pants downstairs. But she said that we should stop the piano from getting smashed. But you know what? You guys already done fucked that up. So
well, she didn't tell us. Why'd she tell you?
We were
As
down
I
there
get
yelling.
up.
You didn't hear. I mean, we were yelling. I told you
helped you
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate. Oh, you helped them out. Never mind. Okay, I guess I'm okay.
No one said anything to us. All I heard was the music, and then you went off down there.
Well, bye, baby, because this music's dead. It died today. There it is, right there.
I'm gonna glance over at the duo. What are they up to?
Well, what's your problem over there?
They are horrified. And the human woman turns to the knight and goes, "All these years of sacrifice for nothing." Meanwhile, downstairs, Brum, you are standing. What are you doing after you've thrown Taven up and he's scampered up through the hole?
After I vomited Taven into the hole upstairs, I was planning on going back over to the other door over by the carpet and investigating it. But then I hear the music stop, and I just palm in my, head in my palm situation.
Behind you,
just
you
shaking
hear
my head.
Stunk.
We unlocked the door.
I turn around.
We did it.
Yay! You're
The
welcome.
locks on the door have fallen open, all three of them. You now realize as you're looking at it that the holes of these things are kind of about the size of the gems that Glaude was bandying about earlier.
Now
The
you
three
wish
of
you
them
had those gems.
fall open. You just feel this sense of exultation, of joy, of incredible relief just sort of washes over you. And the door in front of you doesn't open or anything. It just stands there unlocked now.
Wonderful. I go back into the bones room, call up through the hall. Yeah, thanks for doing that, you fucking nitwits.
Hey, I tried to stop
You're
him, but you
welcome.
know what? It
Yeah,
took too long to throw me up here, so, I mean...
problem solved. Now we can stop dancing.
Right, problem solved, and whatever evil force down here that wanted that to happen is now cackling with glee. So, good times.
I'll look down
Okay,
the
well,
hole.
have fun, then. I mean...
100 years of dancing so that he would not be free.
Who?
Vog Thaxoth,
That
a demon
sounds.
from another world. Oh, you fucking imbeciles.
Well, he sounds like a real asshole, so, I mean...
What
Can we fix this?
You had to
We
dance.
We only managed to get him by chance. He unfortunately agreed to let us have one last dance before he would kill us.
Well, you
So we
didn't stop
kept
dancing.
and kept dancing. and kept dancing until we literally danced the hole through this floor. We fell to our deaths, but even in our deaths, we kept dancing. We kept dancing so that he could not be free.
I mean,
And
I don't
now-
see anyone. Try dancing now. You don't need music, or you could sing. You know, just like I'm singing, and there's people here, and they're dancing, and I'm singing.
Is your problem now. Come, Bronwyn. We've done our part.
Hey, you're
Let them reap
that
what they've sown.
you're that adventurer who was here before that we heard the story about, right?
I am Bronwyn, yes.
Which story is that?
They told us in the town there was a adventurer who came out here, never came back. She came out to try to figure out what was going on with this place.
Yeah, that wasn't 100 years ago. Right. Time's all
But,
weird.
you know,
right.
Yeah, but we haven't been gone for a year either, but apparently we have.
I did solve the mystery here. When I met Ephraim, there's something between us. I managed to guide her away from the dark path her and her family had embarked on. I managed to bring her back into the light. But Vag Thaxoth didn't like that one bit. But now,
Well, you two take off. Well, we've got this handled.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Because I want to say something to my companions here. So go. Move along.
Shoot.
they look at each other, they look at you. Fools, if you were not already dead, I would tell you it is coming for you. You are lucky that you are already dead. She reaches and she takes the hand of Bronwyn. Slowly they walk out of the room together, and as they do, you can see their forms become more and more evanescent until they disappear.
I don't know about you all, but I feel like this place really makes people quite grumpy with one another.
I'm going to turn on the two of you real fast. I'm going to say, listen, here's what I know about this place. Down there, I heard a voice in my head. It told me to come up here, smash the shit out of the piano, stop the music. They were finally going to be free. They would give us whatever we want. Now we're hearing from these people that it's some creepy-ass guy who's trying to... who knows what he's doing. But here's what else I know, okay? And I get real serious. I lean into both of you and I go, I was also told that one of the two of you killed me.
That is so weird because I also heard a voice that said, well, any number of you killed me.
That's doubly weird because I also heard a voice that said that they were going to plunge a knife in my back again.
That the voice was?
One of you.
Oh.
One of you.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is what I mean. This place
One
is
of you.
messing with us because downstairs, okay, Little Miss Creepy, Little Miss Muffet, she decided that she said, don't break the piano because there's an evil voice, an evil presence here, okay? And you know what? I hate to admit it. She was fucking right.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen this presence yet, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Brune is right. What does that mean right now? And going back to our let's not just jump on the first thing we think of, my first reaction to protect myself from you all would be to just kill you, right?
Right.
But I think instead we should trust one another.
It's amazing how we were the only two smart enough not to fall for that evil bitch in the forest deal.
Hey.
What?
Hey. This might be the reason you guys made it through some of the stuff.
I'm just gonna say
It might
that's
not be.
fair.
You were with me wearing this. And you were with her wearing this.
It's
that.
really not scientifically provable that you're right, but let's just say that we'll just give it the benefit of the doubt.
Let's say I'm right.
Okay, not important. What is important is right now one of our companions is downstairs. Who knows what crazy is happening to her? I say we get our asses down there. We help her out.
What
Well, we
is
should go
happening
find
down
this.
Yeah, Broom just calls up through the hole. I can hear you fuckers from down here.
Hey, now you can
Do
hear
you
because the
see-
piano's destroyed.
You're
Right.
not exactly talking quietly.
Well, now
Why
that we can
should
hear
we?
you, hey, is there a Gesundheit down there? Or some kind of... And I'll try and make the noise that name sounded like.
Yeah, probably behind the door that just unlocked itself and is waiting.
Well, don't
for
open
some
it.
Moron. No, because I'm not a moron.
Okay, you know what? The three of us are up here having a cool team building moment, and you're still down there being kind of rude. So here's the thing. We're going to come down there and help you. Okay? We're together on this. I got
Don't
voices in my
fucking
head. You got voices
Break your
in my head.
leg on the way down, and Broom just
Oh.
walks back out to the door.
I mean, to be fair, this is really our first test that we know of as a team since the Mallard put us together.
No, in fact, you've had several, but you failed all of
Yeah,
them.
but I don't remember that to the voice that's outside my head.
You know what? That Mallard, man. First he tricks us, then he steals my wife. Okay? And now he's got us second guessing ourselves. Guy's a fucking prick. All right. Who's going to help me down? I'm not jumping down there again. Somebody got a rope or something.
I'll...
Oh, we could all jump together holding hands. We could brace your impact.
You know, I'm not into that kind of
No.
kumbaya stuff.
No.
There's
You have a
another
spell?
door also upstairs you didn't go through, just saying, but
I could levitate you down there
there you go.
with this spell that I was hinted at would not be of any use during this interior game.
Just make sure you spend your
What is that?
willpower. Just make
What is
sure
that?
you spend your willpower.
I'm going to spend 3 willpower to levitate all 3 of us down there, so I can say I got to use the spell multiple times.
Meanwhile, what's Broom doing while those guys are trying to find a way to levitate down?
Broom is just shaking her head the entire time that she is investigating the other door.
The other door on the other side. So when you go there, same thing. It looks to be locked, but it's a regular lock this time.
Okay. I will attempt to pick said lock.
Sleight o' hand.
Wait, oh, hand. Ooh, 14 under 14. Barely.
All right, good enough. You manage to scritch and scratch your way through, and then clunk, it unlocks, and you open it.
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yes.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I was just thinking this would be the perfect time for the door that we opened to have actually been the answer we needed, and this other door is the one that has the bad guy in it. Go for it, Miko.
You open the door and find yourself in what appears to be some sort of a dungeon again, but perhaps a crypt of some kind of design. There are weapons along the wall. There are strange inlaid mosaic in the ground of these pieces of glass-like. It's not glass, but it's glass-like, and they make these intricate patterns on the ground. You can see that there are a number of torture implements. You can see some Iron Maidens there in one corner. There are a couple other things. But the thing that really kind of draws your attention is that emerging out of each of these Iron Maidens are these strange creatures that are apparently risen now from their slumber. They appear to have, a long time ago, perhaps been tortured beings. Are now no longer human in any way, shape, or form. Their bodies, white and desiccated, marked with arcane symbols. They extricate themselves from their resting place inside these Iron Maidens, sniff the air, look at you.
Rum just kind of sighs, rolls her eyes, and then goes back through the door she just came, shuts it, and locks it.
No problem. Meanwhile, in the other room, levitating down, are your
Looking
companions.
pretty cool.
You again land in this kind of
You know what?
sacrificial chamber.
Somehow your magic duplicated.
Yeah, that was weird. It's that was pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie. I'm Well, I think that's your dancers. I think they fell through the floor, killed themselves, right? Isn't that what they said?
But yeah,
That
there
is-
is in that corner that sort of strange, alien, horrific statue covered in the dried blood. Yeah, it would be the shelter. No, they look to have been killed while perhaps nude. They don't seem to have any remnants of any equipment or anything like that about them.
Kinky.
But they,
You can go ahead and give
is that
me
us?
you can go ahead and give me spot checks if you're around the statue.
As I see them floating down and I'm walking back into the room, I say, there's a locked door back there probably that your key will work in that has a number of interesting people you might want to speak to, if you're into torture and dead things rising from graves and such.
Monsters to slay? I mean, do we have time for that, or we?
No, I kill things that are living usually, and unless I can, unless I don't have a choice, I don't tend to mess with things that defy the living, natural order.
My mace will hit anything. If we need this to happen, point me in the direction. If we want to keep the door closed and just have a little chat, another team building experience, maybe, I wouldn't hate that either.
Yeah, that's good.
Look,
Know
all
that
I
I'm
know-
here to smash.
All I know is that
5.
I think monsters
I
are
also rolled
evil
5.
and need to be slain. But here's the thing: we gotta get back to our loved ones, right? My little boy
there's
needs
still
to be
the other door that has the malevolent laughing thing in it that's finding a lot of joy now that the music is stopped. So
Yeah. I say we kick that guy's ass. We make him send us back to our lives, and we go home and call it a day. And then we can go kill Lodril, right?
What if the thing in the mausoleum was put here to kick this thing's ass?
Ooh.
You definitely hear scratching and pawing at the door behind you, Miko, now.
And we got 5s on our spot hidden for looking at the
So the
skeletons.
statue, one of the things you notice is the statue itself has its hands out, and one hand looks like it might have been in a position to hold an item, sort of like this. On its belt, it has what looks like a sheath for some sort of a dagger, maybe, or something like that. And
And
it looks
then-
like it once held up.
So it's like
a dagger.
cupping. It's like cupping something in one hand, and then it's holding like the shaft of something else. I'm just clarifying. I'm just clarifying.
Just
I
for
have seen these
every roll
items
you make- just
before.
for that, every roll you make, the rest of this game is at a bane.
Had a big- So-
But it looks like it's meant to be holding something, and it's not cupping something,
It's
but
a shaker
holding
weight.
like it's offering something.
Getting a little exercise in.
Scene in Thor Ragnarok where he's anyway.
Do we think it's what was his name? Vagrant?
Vogue?
Vogue. Yeah. Do we think it's him back there?
Could be. Looks pretty horrible enough.
I mean,
What
when
do-
the
what do we
music
say, team?
stopped, that's the music. When the music stopped, is that when this all changed down here? This door situation?
Yes.
So,
Which is why I was trying to send the short one to stop you from stopping the music, but I guess that didn't work. So
missed it by that much.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I smashed
story
the
of his
crap
life.
out of it.
With me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean...
So this statue is depicting this globe thing. Didn't one of you have a globe thing?
I mean, I've got the gems. Well, we all have gems.
Tevin, didn't you have something in that was in your room this morning?
Me?
What
I had
was
some
that?
keys.
Oh, you had the keys, right?
I had the dagger, which you have.
Oh, the dagger might go in
Right.
the sheath.
Yeah, I think the dagger goes in the thing's hand, and then there's something that goes in the open hand, and I don't know what it means, but it either means that we're supposed to find this other thing and destroy it with the dagger, or we're purposefully supposed to prevent that from happening. I don't know. It's weird. I'm supposed to be dead, according to everything that we're finding, and yet my head still hurts quite a lot.
Right, mine too, because, Gilroy used me as a battering ram.
Yikes.
But it was sort of consensual, wasn't it? I mean, I thought I got some kind of buy-in there with your eyes.
Yeah, no, I agreed. It just,
I'm
I'll be
sorry,
honest, it hurt a lot more than I thought it was going to. May I see your dagger, Broom?
What if these, and I'll pull out my little crystals, what if these, somehow are something else that's been broken into pieces?
Oh.
See, right, you had 3 of them. I hope you can remember which are the 3 that you had originally. They go in the door that the thing is behind.
That makes sense too, yeah. Weird shapes. Here, I'll show you. Come with me.
Can you use them to relock it?
Maybe. And Brom will reach down and pull out the rusted dagger and hand it to Cloud.
Okay. And I'm going to focus on it while they go investigate the door and try and figure out what it is.
What if the thing that we need that he's cupping is in that room?
So what do you
I
do?
point
Start
at
with the dagger?
The bad guys room.
You give the dagger to Cloud.
And what do you do, Cloud?
I'm trying to identify what it's for.
Give me a mentalism check.
So that's an 11. I had to double check because they kind of look like 7s. 11 under 14.
It has kind of the markings of what would be a sacrificial knife, maybe, which would kind of tally up with it having the dried blood on it, and all that. As you grab it and exert your mental forces on it, piercing some of its secrets and opening the veil, you suddenly get a very strong sense that one of your companions is planning right now to kill you.
I know who it is.
And that if you were to kill one of them with this weapon, it would be greatly advantageous to you. Whatever your heart desire, you desire to live again? Do you desire to see someone perhaps again? Do you desire riches? Do you desire a fully completed grimoire? What is it that you desire? Anything you desire can be yours, and all you need to do is put some blood on this blade. Take a life with it, and all you desire can be yours.
I'm going to sit there and think about that for a moment while the others are doing whatever they're doing.
What are you doing, the others?
Rum is just standing there in front of Cloud with her arms crossed, waiting for him to finish examining the dagger. Watching him.
You notice?
He seems to be deep in thought, observing the dagger and trying to pierce its secrets.
But there are a couple of times that my eyes flick up to you and then flick down.
What are Taven and Gilroy doing? Sorry.
Well, I think Taven had motioned for Gilroy to follow them over to the door, and I'm not going to touch it to the door, but I've got the crystals that Gloud gave me, and I'm just kind of holding them up, and I'm trying to just compare them to the hole in the door and see if they would
Well, you
fit.
can see that they would have gone in the locks,
Okay.
but the locks are all open right now.
Right. Okay.
In fact, when you start putzing around with it, give me a sleight of hand check.
Hand check. I fail 14 over my 12.
Nice.
You're trying to push one.
Actually, hang on. It's a Bane. I gotta, because I still have.
So it's
Yeah, but you
phased.
failed, so you're Bane.
But I have to see if it's a 1, though.
It's
right?
true. No, you have to
It's
see
not.
if it's a
see if it's
20.
a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, that 20. Yeah, that's what I meant. But
You, as you're kind of fiddling with it and kind of pushing one of the things and seeing, and you're trying not to, but you're kind of clumsy, and you push a little too hard, and the door opens just a little bit, and you see out of the corner of your eye the unmistakable glint of gold. There is a chest right near the door that is open that is overflowing with gold. You can see it right in the corner. The light comes in right nice and just hits those gold pieces. A king's ransom.
Wow. Don't let Broom see it.
Gilroy is right there and watching, but
You hear scratching at the door behind you, like something's trying to maybe open it or just banging up on it.
I have my back to the wall because I don't want to get stabbed in the back again. Do you hear that? You hear that scratching, right, Tavern?
Do we both hear it, Bleak, or just them?
What are you looking at there?
Oh, I
What are you
definitely
looking?
hear
What are you
it.
seeing there? What are you seeing
Hey,
there?
everybody. Look alive. Comparatively.
What do
And my swords come out.
so what do Gloud and Brum do at this mention of looking alive comparatively?
They'll see me with
Something.
my swords out right in front of the door, like I'm about to push the door open with my sword.
I will glance up at Gloud, watching him.
He who strikes first lives longest.
I'm going to be debating this, especially that grimoire thing. That sounds fantastic. But then I'd think about like the way my body was up in the foyer or the entrance room, and I'm going to take the dagger to the statue and put it in the sheath.
It can't go in. There's no, the sheath is like
It goes
solid
in the
glass.
hand,
It
you
goes in the
fucking
hand.
idiot.
Well, I mean, the dagger's going sheath. Okay, so you think like this? Like, should it be stabbing down or
Well,
holding
so what you
upward?
realize when you're there is that it's kind of like it's offering it. Like it would lay in the hand like someone's offering it. You know, it would be like this.
Oh,
I'll lay it in there like that. Oh,
You put it
do,
in there.
do you think the blade should be towards or away? I mean, if you're giving it to someone, probably be towards the statue, right? For safety. I don't really use these things, and I'll just put it in blade forward towards the statue.
When you put it in there, outside mine fronts, Tavin and Gilroy, you feel a deep vibration coming from the room that's in front of you, that curved wall room. You see light, dark purple light that starts to emanate through this room. You get a sense of a yawning, gaping chasm opening nearby. You feel otherworldly presences, starting you, especially Taven, as a monster hunter. You definitely feel that there's something strange and powerful that is occurring within that room. And it honestly doesn't bode well, but
What could go wrong?
So I hesitate for a moment. I was about to... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to clarify, Christian. So based on the way you just kind of showed it with your hands, the statue is depicting the dagger cutting into a hand,
no,
essentially.
just not cutting in, just being offered like someone would say here.
someone's
It
holding the
doesn't-
hilt and
Yeah, it's just it's really
Right.
it's an offering.
But
but not like this, but like...
Yeah, my question is, are they holding the dagger in such a way that it would imply that they're cutting the hand or about to cut the hand or something like that, as if offering blood?
No, not at all. It just implies that, here is a gift to you.
Got it. Okay. Well, congratulations. That probably ruined everything again.
You think so?
And I just turn and start walking out of the room towards where the others are.
I don't see anything happening.
So Taven was about to push the door open, but then he stopped and he thought to himself, no, we're doing the second thing that we think of. So then he went to pull his sword away, and he went to turn to Gilroy to say, hey, let's go back with the others, let's not go in here. And then when all of that just happened because of the statue having the effect and the chasm and all that, then he turns back and he pushes the door open.
Yes.
And you find a break waiting for you.
Yeah! Just what I always wanted.
Is it a Kit Kat break?
Oh, nice.
I will actually show you what is in the room, and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
Phyllis Diller.
Inside the room, you find the most treasure you've not only ever seen, but ever imagined in your life. There is literally, all the money that a family as rich and powerful as the Ravenghast family would have if they kind of took all their money and kept it under their bed. There is this ginormous portal that appears to now have been activated and is boiling this dark purple energy. You can see another world beyond it, a place that is alien and unsettling and ugly, and you can see creatures and all sorts of things moving there. And in front of all of this, on a lectern, is a book that is lying there just in front of this, and the dark purple energy kind of licks around the entire room. You get a sense you fucked up bad. But we'll see after the break.
Shoot.
I've been asking for my grimoire. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that you're standing there and realizing it, you realize that the rug that you're standing on is actually kind of they made a rug that resembles that portal when it's open. It's kind of woven, and it's very beautiful, and it really does tie the room together.
Oh, they were crafters. That's so cute.
Right. Hey, let's go a break, Jeremy.
Yeah, all right. We'll be back soon. Welcome back. I'm just going to hand it off to Bleak as we have signed our own death certificates. Yay!
I'm not going to lie. We're in a tight spot now.
Sounds familiar.
But you have managed to do a good thing and a bad thing. So in breaking the organ, the piano, you managed to free the two dancers who had been dancing for however long to keep the demon where he was. And in doing so, not only freed them, which, gives them respite, but...
Good deeds.
Also probably freed Vagthox off.
Good deeds never go unpunished, right? Okay.
Seems this family or whatever was doing rituals and sacrificing and had gotten their fortune and so on and so forth by contacting some otherworldly being and sacrificing things to them. But it appears that something got done to them because they're all gone. But it
does sound like it's not our fault and we're just here caught in the middle of everything.
The good news is you found a lot of loot.
Oh, yeah.
There's a room there with a lot of fucking gold, a book on the lectern, and, a portal to some demonic world.
Well, our ghostly bodies can do a lot with gold, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
As a reminder to this person, how big was the family that lived here that was murdered by the little girl?
I mean...
Was it 5? I mean, could it be them over in that other room?
It was, in fact, 9.
Okay. Never mind.
They could be in the mausoleum.
It's a good thought, though.
So
not
I mean,
completely on the wrong
that was a
page.
torture chamber, so I'm guessing those
Right.
people that, were in that room when they were alive were people that weren't liked by the family.
I mean, you would hope so, but
Well, I mean, the daughter
Second
murdered
cousins,
everyone,
at
right?
least.
Yeah, right.
Right.
The smelly ones.
So what do you do?
Point of order, when I see this portal and I see this book and everything, I'm going to say, Cloud, I need you in here, buddy.
As Broom is kind of walking into the room and she hears that, she says, "You sure about that? Because a lot of this is his fault."
Hey,
Just saying.
all I know is that he's the only one who knows anything about that shit. And I point at the portal.
just because my head was used to stop the music.
And
It
you're
was
the one who
not
put the
your
dagger
head.
in the hand of the statue. Just
You
saying.
need a little scratch behind your ear. Make it better. I know where it feels good. I mean, obviously.
So my
Just
gut
what
reaction,
all touching was taking place during that dance.
right? My gut reaction is to listen to Taven. So I'm not going to. Instead, I am going to stop and pull out my grimoire and open it up and pull out the sheets that are from the Fae Kama Sutra, and I'm going to pull out some ink and I'm going to quickly write what to actually do and what not to do. And then I'm going to crumple it up and go throw it up the hole.
Trying to do what I was trying to do last time.
That if we die this time, on our next incarnation, that's the plan anyway.
So then what do you do?
So
We're still scratching and pawing at that door.
I would like to go over and kind of investigate the portal itself. You said we could see through it and see into
Yeah, there's
whatever
some
plane
kind
of existence is on the other
strange
side.
alien- Yeah, exactly. And you can see strange creatures moving, and they seem to kind of have taken notice of the portal, and some of them are starting to kind of approach and kind of sniff it out. And
Great.
Can we close it before they come through?
Well, I've got
mean-
something that I can try, but it might go poorly. But I don't think that we could really fuck things up any worse than I've already been fucked up. So
Can you maybe explain what it is rather than just do it? I mean, what are you thinking?
yeah, I flex my bicep and a big boom of magic comes out and crushes this this thing.
Really?
Yes, actually.
What?
What in the world?
And Broom just kind of points to this metallic torque that is like wrapped around her upper arm. It's like, yes.
Right, so you do that. What are you doing, Gilroy?
I have moved myself to the door where those dudes are back there,
Mm-hmm.
and I am ready for them to come through. I'm kind of just kind of in a holding
David?
position.
Taven, what are you doing?
So I look at Broom with the bicep thing, and I'm like, you had that this whole time? You couldn't have maybe done something else with other magics?
I don't really have a lot of magics. I've got this, and it never seemed appropriate unless you wanted me.
You don't get to talk. You're flexing your muscle. That's Taven's action. What's your action, Cloud?
It depends on how long it takes me to do that. I might still be in that process. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. I would say you're probably in that process. Still.
Okay.
So Miko, go ahead and give me, since you don't have a magic skill, you will roll your strength, since this is a strength-related thing. So give me a roll on your strength.
Oh, to activate the torque?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to walk over and take the book off of the pedestal and throw it at Taven. And then pull him to the edge of the room so that he's not affected by the shatter spell. Let's see, what is it? It is 2 willpower? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, shatter at rank 2, so it's a willpower. Right. Willpower spent. Rolling the dice. Oh yeah. 2 under 16.
Nice.
Damn.
He gives you the book, Taven. Just tell me quickly, do you look at it or not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally just like closed it and literally threw the book at him.
Yeah, I just kind of catch it, put it on my arm.
You flex your bicep, and at first it doesn't seem like anything's happening, and you start seeing cracks appearing in that portal. The cracks spread very quickly. It looks as if there's some tremendous amount of weight that is trying to crush this thing down. Pieces of it start to fall off. You can see the strange light that's emanating through the cracks. The light inside grows. You see the faces of these demonic creatures that are appearing around. Gilroy. You wake up in a room. It's kind of cold because the window's open and your feet are sticking out from underneath the blanket. You didn't sleep really well. You kind of stretch and whatnot, and when you sort of look over, you see a dagger planted in the bedside table. In the other room, Taven, you wake up. Your feet are not sticking out, so you slept pretty well, you know.
Yeah.
You get up, you stretch, and as you do so, you see on the bedside table a set of keys. Pretty sure you didn't have those keys before.
I start to say some sort of like reaction, like "What the hell?" But then I go, "Wait a minute!" And I grab them and I pick them up. I know you.
They seem familiar, but you're not quite sure exactly where they're from or what they're about. Brum, you wake up, stir, stretch, realize one of your knives is missing. It's not one of your favorites, it's not too bad, but you really don't know what you did with it. And further down the hall, Cloud, as you're getting dressed, you find in the pocket of your long coat 3 strange gems. Red. They don't weigh too much, don't seem to be too expensive. They got little scratch marks on them.
I have this weird mushroom taste in my mouth.
What do?
I go look for that stupid mallard.
You walk out into the hall, all 4 kind of at the same time. You see the door of the mallard's room across the hall from you. You go over, Taven gets up ahead of you and gets up there and knocks, and the door opens, and it's this strange feller that's there, this dwarf. He's not wearing any pants. What do you want?
Oh, could it be that this mallard has shapeshifted or has some kind of illusion? I'm going to dispel magic.
You dispel magic, and other than costing some willpower points, nothing happens.
Oh, important question. Is my willpower back at full when I do that?
Yeah, everything. You're back at full. Your willpower, your health.
I no longer have a condition?
Yep.
You didn't do that before.
I didn't do what before?
Do we remember? I mean, like,
I don't know. I remember.
I mean, I had a weird dream that I can't really explain, and like you were there, and you were there, and you were there, and I look at the guy without his pants or whatever. It's weird. You were there too, but only for a little bit. Okay, yeah. Let's go down to the...
Yeah, we got to find out what that mallard did. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Did anybody else find anything weird in their room this morning when they got up? I found these keys.
Found this dagger that I do not like holding.
Room instinctively takes the dagger, flips it between her fingers. This is strange.
I didn't take it. I mean, I found it.
No, this is not my dagger.
Why is it strange?
All of this feels weird to me.
You have something too, right? I point at Cloud.
I've had my hand in the robe of in the pocket of my robe, and you can hear like the clicking of the gems, and I'll pull them out. They just give me a weird feeling. I don't know if you should touch them, but here, and I'll put them in your hand.
Without realizing why, I start like patting at my pockets, and I'm like,
"Why are you rubbing your nipples? It's weird."
It's fine, and I take
it's not fine. Ask when you're in mixed company.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You know, you're the one running around about shaker weights and stuff, so.
Shaker weights. I mean, I did dream that there was like some kind of demon or whatever that was like kind of cupping.
Rome just goes downstairs.
We need to get downstairs. We need to talk to her.
Yeah, I gotta find the mallard.
No, when you get downstairs, Brum. See Richardson sitting there, and when you come down, he gets up, goes, Brum! Oh, you really fucked it up this time.
Do I fucking know you?
Yeah, look, it's a long story, but you really fucked the pooch on this one. My name's Richardson, but you really fucked the pooch on this one.
Hey, as I'm coming down the stairs, I take offense
at that. I
don't
know how many times I have to say I don't do men. So
I feel like maybe I don't know if that's true.
You're
you guys,
you're an undertaker, right?
No, he's the groundskeeper. How do I know that?
I thought he was the ditch digger.
All right, we don't got time now. We don't got time now to go around and around and around and around because you really screwed the pooch on this last one. You broke that damn thing.
What thing?
You broke it. You broke everything. First,
I break lots of things.
Then you broke each other. Then you broke the goddamn piano. And then
I didn't. Wait.
You broke the portal.
Yeah, but all you said was don't go into the mausoleum. Wait, how do I know that?
I don't know, but I hope you didn't go into the mausoleum either.
I didn't break a fucking piano. What are you talking about?
You did. They did.
The group did. We're in this together, right? Remember, we have to trust the second thing we think of.
I mean,
okay,
I just
stop
met
with
you
that.
all.
That makes no sense. You're just. He comes over. He grabs you, Broom, by the collar. Look at me.
My hand goes to my sword.
Look at me.
Just smiling, looking at him.
You don't recognize me?
You're the Undertaker.
He's the ditch digger.
Groundskeeper. God.
Hey, you! I yell at somebody across the bar. Do you see me?
There's nobody else in the bar right now.
Fuck. I storm back into the kitchen looking for those people who were afraid of Broom.
Brum. It's
What?
me, Jory.
What?
It's me, Jory.
You're not Jory.
Yeah, I am. You've just been gone for a really, really, really long time, and I've been trying to get you back for a really, really long time, and I did some questionable things along the way. I made some deals. I gave up some things to get you a second chance, but every time you screw it up. I don't have many more years left to go around and around with this. I've been doing this nonstop now for going on 50 years. So you'll excuse me if I seem a little bit out of patience. It's because I am.
I come back in. There's nobody else here. We're the only ones in this fucking tavern.
That's weird.
Can I do maybe an awareness check to see if this guy is an old Jory, or do I just know that he is?
Yeah, you know he is. You can clearly know that he's mentioned it, and you look in his eyes and see the little scar that he had there.
Right. Okay. What
My
deals
father's
did
name
you-
was Richard.
Right,
Richard,
Richard.
That's why you're Richard's son. Yeah.
What deals did you make and why?
I made the deals I had to make to bring you back. You came here, you fucked up, and you died. And then I brought you back. But there's always a fucking catch. And the catch was that you couldn't just be brought back. You had to go through the entire thing again. And you found another way to screw up. And then again. And another screw, and then again. And but you never screwed up as bad as this last time.
Well, then why didn't you come out? Or wait, maybe you did. Did you come out and say who you were and that we were fucking up so much any of these previous times that we fucked up?
No, I could not.
Why? Well, actually, the more
Part
important question,
of the deal,
can
you
you
had
do-
to find your way back yourself. The only
so
thing
you're
I could
breaking the
do-
deal, so now what's going to happen?
I am not breaking the deal. There's no more deals. You don't understand? There's no more deals. There's no more deals because the fucking demon, Bagtaxoth, is out. And not only him, but a whole bunch of his friends. Now, you saw the house, you saw the ground, you saw all of this. It's him now. He's in everything. He's everywhere now. He has spread out. And all those times that you've been screwing up, and this past one especially, he's been spreading out. There was maybe a time you could have, stabbed him, but now you can't because he's all of this. He's everything.
I look over at Cloud.
Which you
Does
notice
any of
there's
this make sense to you?
there's like a faint screeching noise as I push the chair that's next to me away from me. Kind of. I mean, theoretically.
Okay.
It actually all makes
So-
sense.
Jory, since you know so much about this vag fuck toss thing,
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
what do we do if we can't go back through what we
There
already
is
did?
nothing to do now. There is nothing to do. You literally are stuck here. There's nothing to do except to keep doing this. If you stop doing this, if you stop resetting it, he just keeps growing. Now, there was something else working in your favor, but you fucked that up too. You destroyed the freaking piano. That was the one thing that was keeping him from physically leaving the house. And then when you destroyed the portal, he's nationwide now. He's everywhere. He's in everyone's homes, everyone's heads, every tree, every brook, every flower, every fucking butterfly that flies around here.
But not yours?
I'm kind of on the outside of things because he doesn't care now that this has happened. I'm nothing to him. This is why I can talk to you now. I'm just an old man. I'm going to be dead in fucking knows how long now.
What about my son?
If it's been 50
Last
years,
things I had, he was living in Lakeshore, I think. He's a silversmith or something. He's doing fine.
Well, if we're getting updates, what about Justine? Did she find someone else?
Oh, yeah, like the day after you left.
How?
It was, look, it was, I mean, she's still,
I'll pat you on the shoulder.
um,
I howl. Oh!
she's,
Hey,
I
mine
howl in
left
response because I have to.
Mine left
She-
me for that mallard fuck who got us into this mess. So don't feel too
yeah,
bad.
no, she didn't leave you. She didn't leave you for a mallard, though. But yeah, she left you for an elf, and they got 7 kids now or something. But anyways, let's look. That's not important.
Okay, it is important. Where is the mallard?
Yeah.
Olodril? Well, you killed him.
I'm gonna smile just a little bit. Okay, at least we did something right.
Yeah, you killed him, and he points to Brum. You kill him, you put a knife right in his back.
No, we didn't though.
Is that where your knife
Yeah, you
is?
did the first time you went out there.
No, we would have remembered that.
I really wish I would have remembered that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
He's
no.
very deserving.
That does
Yeah.
explain maybe where your knife is.
Yeah, it's in his back in the crypt.
Speaking as someone who has killed a lot of people, it's easy to forget after a while. So,
Are you the one?
There's one thing you didn't explain,
in the
though.
crypt, but he kind of made a deal just as he was dying with Vag Taxoth, and you don't want to go in the crypt. Just don't go in the crypt. All right, like, look, you stabbed him. You stabbed him, you know. Booyah for you. You stabbed him. Like, just leave the crypt alone.
so
Is there anything like an insight check in this
Yeah.
system?
Yeah, awareness.
Awareness. Can I make an awareness test on this guy?
Sure.
I'm curious, Jory, who is alive? If we have been doing this over and over again for 50 years, who is still alive from that first endeavor? You said that the duck is dead, but then he made a deal with the demon.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he is the key to getting back at the demon?
No, you don't want to go in the crypt. Look, just trust me on this one. Don't go in the crypt. He's fucking pissed off. He's locked up in there. He hates you. You go in there, it's just going to be game over.
I mean, he has had 50 years to think about it and maybe chill
So-
out.
Forget
So
the
I got
crypt.
it. I got an 8 under my 10.
Okay, what do
Nice.
you want to ascertain?
I want to try to figure out if Richardson here is actually
You do not get
Fuck,
any
the one
sense
fucking
that he's
this up.
lying to you. Like, he's pretty intent on what he's saying. It's like, look,
Okay.
there's no one left alive. Everyone in this town is dead.
So all
Everyone in
you're
this
saying
town
is how
dead.
awful things are and there's nothing to be done. So why are you here?
Because you can still help people.
We're
Everyone
going to that
here-
crypt. Fuck this. Let's go. Who's with
Everyone-
me?
Don't go in the crypt. Everyone here, since your last, everyone is dead. This village, all the other village around, it's spreading. It's gonna keep spreading.
Right? You
Going-
still haven't told me what I can do to stop it.
He wants us to just keep doing this cycle over and over again.
That's one way.
I don't like it. What's the other way?
There's a book somewhere in the house. If you find it, it's supposed to contain information about how you can deal with him, how you can. But at this point, you're not going to be able to defeat him. The best you can hope for is to do what Ephraim and Bronwyn did, which is to sacrifice yourselves to stop it from spreading further. Because one day it will get to Lakeshore and it will reach your son, Taven. And one day it will get to wherever the flying fuck, what's her name is, with her 7th husband. It will reach the prison where your girl is. Redstream, yeah, she's in jail. She got fucking caught.
I wince a little.
Yeah. It
I
will
pat you on
eventually
the
reach that. It will
Thanks.
reach outskirt. It will reach everywhere. What these people have started here, this level of demonic corruption, is just going to keep spreading. And now it's in the world itself. It's in the things. There's no demon you can go fight and kill. The only possible thing is to keep doing this or hope that there's an answer in the book. Do
I didn't
not.
see any book.
I repeat, do not go in the crypt.
I'm going to finish the rest of the way to the door. I'm going to that fucking crypt. Who's with me?
Don't go to the fucking crypt.
I mean, we could talk about it on the way. We're all going the same direction.
yeah,
Well, the
it's
book's
going
the
to,
manor,
it's going
so
to
let's
take a
go.
lot of days anyway, so yeah.
And we got to figure out where the book is. So
Is it that book that I had tucked underneath my arm before this reset itself?
I didn't know you had a book.
Well, I tried to
that's
tell you,
what-
but you didn't listen to me. I said, "Hey, come in here and help me with this shit." You didn't show up. So.
Well, my gut reaction was to listen to you, and you said, "Don't do your gut reaction."
Wait. You had the
She
book
was
in your
shooting
hand
off
when
her
you died?
bicep, so it was kind of a show, a distracting show.
You did what?
Yeah, he had
You had
the
I had a
hand
book
when you
tucked in
died.
right here, and I'm going to reach in where I had it tucked in, and I'm going to try to will. Maybe it's still there.
No.
I had it tucked in
Try,
right
though.
here.
Huh.
Okay, where's your room? Go to your room. Search through your room. It's got to be there.
Richardson, I'm giving you a lot of fucking faith, man, and I'm going to go bolting up the stairs. I'm going to run into my room, and I'm going to start searching around for this tome.
And you do find it on the floor, right next to your bed, between the nightstand and the bed. Right there.
I come back down with it, and I slap it on the bar.
On the cover, it reads, The Demonologist's Almanac, or How to Make Bargain with Otherworldly Deities for Fun and Profit, by Lodril the Sagacious, Esquire.
Low drill.
Fucking mallard.
So what do we do?
Do you
Cut up
open
the book? Do we burn it? What?
Apparently, we got to read it.
Okay.
That's how you get information out of books.
I sit down on the bar next to it, and I flip open to the first page. Welcome to the exciting world of demonology.
We need
This
to read
will
it
be your
out
tome.
loud. Sometimes that's dangerous, I think.
I think he's okay with the introduction. I don't think it has any.
Okay,
start
just
reading
no, stop at the
The
intro.
first page is the preface.
Yeah.
In this book, I share my hard-earned wisdom on the topic of summoning and striking bargains with otherworldly entities, often called by the least erudite demon. Long ago, these demons came to our world from one that was dying. Here they came into conflict with the ruling draconic empire. The relative strengths were so terrible that you're hearing this in Lodril's voice. The relative strengths were so terrible that they destroyed each other, paving the way for our modern kins and societies to exist. But these demons still exist on their homeworld, and they still hunger for this one. As such, with great care and uncommon intellect, such as I possess, one may contact such beings and bargain with them for wealth, power, and other such mortal concerns. Now, fair warning, such practices are not for the faint of heart. It is a very dangerous practice, and only those of such staggering sagacity, monumental mental merit, and glibness of tongue as I should ever attempt it. In any case, I shall not be held responsible for any summonings or attempts to bargain that go awry, and by purchasing this book you have agreed to the above stipulation. This strikes me as a good time to underline the very important and indelible fact that this book is non-refundable. Beware also of charlatans who would try to sell you fake goods. There is one book making the rounds where the author, and I use the term loosely, insists that a demon called the Dominator may be found on some uncharted island far into the sea. This is hogwash and likely no more than the filthy fantasies of a degenerate. Who on earth would name a demon the Dominator in any case? Hogwash, I say. Enjoy this book responsibly. Lodril the Sagacious.
Like reading over your shoulder, I'm like, even in like text form, he sounds like an asshole.
Yeah.
There is a chapter that is earmarked.
I'll flip to it.
This is a chapter on Vog Thoxoth.
Gesundheit.
Vog Thoxoth, called the Ornate, is a particularly vicious and vile demon, but one always ready to make a good bargain. He is to be called upon for matters owing to land ownership, faulty peasantry, crops and other natural resources, and tax evasion. He detests mint, loud screaming, and dancing.
Who doesn't like mint? What an asshole. Is that the entirety of the...
That's the entire entry on Bagpacks.
Wow.
So all we have to do is kind of like when you get hornets or wasps and you grow mint or peppermint or whatever around to keep them away, we just need to grow mint everywhere.
And scream all the time.
And scream all the time.
All the time. And
dance.
Oh, dance, maybe still. I don't know if I feel like dancing after... I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to do something.
Oh,
or you're just going to keep reliving this day over and over and over again. I mean, that's one thing you can do as long as you keep doing that, you know. But maybe you can strike a bargain with him. He's everywhere. Maybe you can get his attention.
I'll start screaming.
Things.
I'll also start screaming.
You're screaming. It's pretty loud.
I jump up on the bar and I start doing some Coyote Ugly dance thing where I'm dancing up and down the bar, screaming as I'm dancing.
I'm yelling,
"Oh, annoying.
Get some mint in the kitchen. Maybe it's in the kitchen. Get some mint, Brum. Ah!
Get the damn mint.
Get the damn mint.
Hey, asshole. We're coming to party with you. Hey, asshole. And I'm just dancing up and down the bar, stomping my feet really hard.
Suddenly, you see Brum go for...
I was going to say Brum just starts going for the front door.
as you
takes that dagger,
Brum,
stabs herself.
You hear this voice. Where are you going?
To get rid of my headache.
The rest of you see Richardson, eyes wide open. There's this darkness in his eyes, and it's spilling out in long black tendrils now. You feel a presence in the room. The air has grown colder. Would you stop that infernal racket? I'm here.
No, in fact, I won't.
If you don't, I'm gonna leave.
I love being right. Hey, asshole, listen. We're done playing your game, all right?
Well, actually, no, you're not, but...
How do we figure this out, then? What do you want?
Oh, that's more about what you want.
Well, was Richardson telling the truth before about the ones we care about?
I don't know, was he?
So I'm asking.
Is that what you want to know?
Well, I'm not making a deal just for that.
I'll yell at you, Taven. This is a demon! Don't believe anything he says!
Oh, I don't believe anything he says.
All right, you gotta stop screaming now. I'm here. It's okay. You got my attention.
We heard you don't like that!
Come down from off the bar. A man your age on top of a bar dancing, it's not good. Come down.
Hey, I'm very spry, I'll have you know.
Either you stop your shenanigans or I'm fucking off and you're never going to get to talk to me again. Now look, you know, I love corrupting things, but you have to understand. My world is dying. I need place for my people, and this is what I'm trying to do here, except this place is not very good for us. I got to terraform it a little first. And I'm really into that. I'm really into all that, but you caught me. I like making deals. It really screwed me over with those two fucking dancing Bettys up there, let me tell you. Like, I didn't see that one coming. Low drill, well, he's an idiot. He got what he deserved. Your friend here, he was pretty good. I only managed to kind of half slip in a little clause that he didn't see, and, you know, well, yeah, now you know you've been doing it. I love making a deal. None I like more than making a deal. So look, your situation right now, it's not great. It's not great. I'm not going to lie to you.
It sounds like yours isn't great either.
My situation is fantastic. It's really only my compulsion that's making me talk to you right now, because I could just walk out that door and, I know, keep changing this world, and eventually my people would come over and we'd eat you and it would be all over. Because you got no more dragons to protect your fucking runty asses. But here we are, because I love a good deal. Is that mint? Get that the fuck away from me. I will fucking turn you into a toadstool. Put that back where you found it. Put that back.
You know what I think, Boggy? I think that you need us more than you want us to know. Because if you could do all the shit you're saying you could just do, you're going to leave, you're going to take over the world, your friends are going to come eat us. I don't know, you're going to turn us into a macrame sweater. I don't know what you're going to do. But here's the thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You're not doing any of that, though.
Look, Tavi, here's the thing, Tavi, all right? There are things in life you want to do. Things in life you have to do. There are things in life that are not very conducive to getting shit done, but you enjoy them. And freedom, real freedom, the type of freedom I had not tasted in decades until you clowns came fucking around. Real freedom is being able to choose what you want to do, even if it doesn't make sense to anybody else, and even if it's a little self-destructive. That's real freedom. You think money's freedom? You think not having a wife is freedom? You think not having kids is freedom? You think having free time, or fucking 2 weeks of vacation in the summer is free? That's not freedom. That's not freedom. That's just the little bits and pieces that you get fed so that you won't fucking stand up and make too much of a ruckus, right? You gotta fucking give the peasants a little fucking crumb once in a while. True freedom is being able to say, you know what? This job sucks. I'm gonna fucking walk out the door and never come back. It's gonna suck because you're not gonna have money to pay the rent at the end of the month. But that's true freedom. And right now I'm exercising that freedom because making a deal with you, probably not necessarily my advantage, but I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. You should know, and he points to Glaude, your girlfriend there, right? She knew that by stealing shit, eventually she get, but the thrill of it. This is what this is. You're lucky. Because if I was just, getting shit done kind of guy, but what I'm really interested in is this. You make a deal with someone, you get to see who they really are. And that's what I'm going to get here out of all this. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to let you make your little deal, and I'm going to get a sense of who you truly are. Deep down inside. And that is fucking tasty. Pulls up a chair, sits down. I said, get away with me, that mint. I'm not going to fucking say it again.
I'll put the mint away that Gilroy handed me, and then I tried to slip over there.
Next time.
So how do you want to do this? Like the four of us have to make a deal with you at once, or you can just
I don't know. If one of you wants to make a deal with me so I kill the other three and you can get everything you want, please. I'm open for business. Oh, I forget. He reaches in, he pulls out a little book, pulls out a pen. We're going to write everything down just to make sure that everything's honky-dory. I got to get this checked by the lawyers later and all that. I want to make sure that all the dots are crosses and all the I's are T'd, right? So we're just going to write everything down. That, just keeps things clear. There's no acrimony later of I said this, you said that, blah, blah, blah. Maybe if there was a comma there, it would change the sentence, the meaning of the same. There's none of that. It's just going to be like, professional and clear. Now you want things. I can give them to you. Just how much of it do you want, and what are you willing to give up for it? That's the real question.
I just, oddly quiet, I just look at everyone, kind of gauge what you're all thinking.
Do we have a minute?
Oh, take your time.
And I kind of motion for them to come up. I'm still standing on the bar. I motion for them to come up so that we can have a little powwow.
I walk up and I look.
Climbs up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just saying, I climb up to the top of the bar to stand.
I walk up and look at it.
I mean, you're pretty short though, right? Maybe we don't really need to climb up on the bar to be eye to eye with you.
I could get a sarsaparilla or something while you're up there?
We don't work here. Get it yourself.
You're right next to the bar. Lazy bum.
We have some mint.
I will like kind of point
I will
out as we walk
fucking
up, and
kill
I'll
you.
look at the bar and I'll look at our surroundings and say, if your friend was right, and Gesundheit over there is in everything, I'm pretty sure he can hear us no matter what. So
I can.
yeah, see.
Well, I thought you were going to give us a moment of privacy.
Can you like turn off a switch or something in your head? Just don't listen to us, or at least
Why
make
are
us
you gonna
think you're
try
not
to
listening.
bamboozle me? All right,
just
look,
need-
I'll take the challenge. That's fine. I'll take the challenge.
So,
I
Voggy
can't
has
hear
a
you.
really small fucking dick.
Heard that.
Okay, he can't hear us. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, here's my thought. He wants to have ultimate freedom, right? He wants to be able to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. So what about this? What's the ultimate way you're going to be free here on this world, right? He's got to be given a spot here in the world with no attachments. Okay? What if we somehow convince him to be reborn, he's a baby, right? As somebody from this world. Okay? So he doesn't have his powers, doesn't have his abilities, just going to be a little tiny baby, but he doesn't know that because we're going to trick him.
Can I roll some kind of check to see if that makes any sense?
No, it's dumb. You don't need to roll.
No. Like, but why would he, like, I'm not sure I'm following.
So we convince him that the ultimate way he's going to have freedom is he has to be untethered from the deal he's going to make. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to, like, all of this is a way that's like in a prison to him still, right?
I mean, it is to the rest of us. I don't know why
Right.
he thinks he's going to get away with coming here.
You know, so we somehow convince him that, like, if he doesn't have all of this, he'll be truly free. Okay. And then he's a little baby because babies don't have anything. And I'm about to say something fucked up. We're not going to,
I'm not gonna
crib.
lie,
We're not
that
gonna
plan's
do
pretty
stupid, but-
dumb.
What the fuck, man? You said you were going to give us a moment of
What the fuck
silence.
you mean?
Fucking God. Well, good. That wasn't my plan anyway. So,
If you'd have brought me a sarsaparilla,
joke's
I would
on
have fucking
you.
given you the timeout.
Joke's on
But
you,
you
prick.
didn't. You chose to be fucking dink about the sarsaparilla.
You know, if you didn't kill everyone, then there would be a bar person here to give you a sarsaparilla.
Sometimes shit happens.
Okay,
You know
Broom,
what?
Broom, you've been real quiet. Why don't you bring up your thoughts while I get asshole a fucking sarsaparilla?
Well, my thoughts are that we're basically fucked and there's nothing that we can do.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. I pull out my swords and I charge the fucking demon guy.
Broom just grabs him by the collar. No,
Well, do it to hit roll.
Mm,
Do it unless you're gonna let him grab you. Do it to hit roll. Are you letting him grab you?
No.
Do it to hit roll, Miko.
okay. That's a 3 on the die.
Sweet. What, do I have to roll one?
Yeah. So you
It's a brawling of 14. So 3 under 14.
yeah, you get to roll your
Evade?
you can try to dodge it basically.
That's like rolling evasion. Evade.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Evasion, yeah, evade. And note, it's gonna come down to the difference. Whoever gets the biggest difference between their number and
7 under 12. So he
7
won.
under 12. I think Miko had a bigger difference,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, because he had 3 under 14.
You grab him just by the collar as he's about to.
That's demon possessed, yes, but that is still my friend.
Probably gonna
body.
stab you.
You stab the body, you're not actually doing anything to the demon, you're just killing my friend.
He's done it before. Well, he'll stab you again. But to each his own. Maybe you like that. Not judging.
I set the sarsaparilla down on the table and just like,
Ooh, very, very kind of you.
Before he sets it down, can I grab some mint and drop it in there.
I was like, put some mint in it.
He's gonna know.
Some mint julep.
Okay. He's
You
not
put some mint in it. You bring it to him. He brings it up to his nose. He's like,
Oh, whoa.
Miko's like, fuck these guys.
Right?
Yeah.
Screwing them
With
out.
this.
They fucked this game so hard.
Miko out of here so quick.
Nope.
I was like, can you get me one without mint in it? Look, you guys are stalling. Look, it's pretty simple. Either you know what you want or you don't. So you tell me what you want, and you tell me what you're willing to give up for it.
I want you to go back to your home. Your
All
plane.
right, we're working now. We know we got some going on. All right, there's some on the table. What are you willing to give me?
What do you want? You want
Not
freedom,
what I
right?
want, it's about what you're willing to give.
Oh, well, I'm willing to give you a chance to go back to your home.
I don't want to go back to my home. It's a dying
It's
place.
not about what you want. It's about what I'm willing to give.
I don't accept that offer.
We'll give you your life. And I start pulling out my maul.
Fuck yeah.
He is everything and all around us. We can't kill him like that.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna make a deal.
you're just gonna
Threaten
kill.
him
You're
anyway.
just gonna kill her friend.
So we're gonna. Okay, so we got to make a deal with something we're never gonna possibly be able to win a deal with.
I want you to tell me what you want. You don't want me to go back to my. That's not what you want. Really,
No, I
you're
really
that
do.
selfless.
Yeah,
You're
we
that
really-
selfless. You are all you have. Everything at your fingertips right now.
Well, no,
And
you
what want is for me
really
to leave.
you really have kind of fucked up all of our lives, whether we knew it or not.
I didn't know anything. You're the one who chose to come here. I don't know how many times I've told people don't go to Ravenghast, and people still fucking come there. Did you follow low drill here? That's probably what you did. That was a bad move.
Yeah,
See,
we
you
did
it
follow
too.
Lodril. I would
Yeah,
like to
I
go
know.
back in time and choose to fucking kill Lodril before he even.
That can be arranged.
That can be arranged?
Yeah. Everything's possible. You just gotta. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're still not there. You're still not telling me what you really want. You're telling me what you think you should want.
I have a question. Is that the Fae? There was mention earlier that you're kind of like in everything and all of that. What about that Fae forest that I went through? Because the queen was fucking hot.
Yeah, she's not bad, eh? Like, I'm not usually into like mortals, but
What about their bracelets? I mean,
Yeah,
does
they
that
make
fuck
cool
your-
jewelry.
Does that
Is
fuck your
she-
plans or what?
Is she still there, or have you fucked that up too?
oh, she works for me now.
Well, you
See,
fucked
when,
that up
when you
then.
destroyed that portal and you let me out, yeah, it's kind of like so. There's this other world, right? You don't know anything about it. It's fine, but there's this other world, and on this other world, they have these mirrors, and what they can do is they can do things in front of those mirrors, and it records them, and then other people can see it, and then people will do things like they have this fizzy drink, and they will put these little white pills in it, and they will just make the fizzy drink explode, but they'll put their mouth on it, and like it will come out. They do that voluntarily and show other people. That's how dumb those people are. That is like a thing there. They do that. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? I was telling you that story for a reason. Now I don't remember what it was.
You were trying to
What were you
convince
just-
us that we don't really know what we want. We're just telling you what you think, what we
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So that's the thing,
The
right?
imagery was fantastic, though.
It was.
Yeah, but that's it. You're just trying to tell me what you think. People would say, of course we're going to be heroic. We're going to send the bad demon back to his world. Of course we're going to. But is that really what you want? Like,
I mean, I'd like my world to go back to being something I could live in and not be eaten in. So yeah, it's kind of what I want. And then I
but
can go
you
back
never,
to.
you were never in that world. I mean, things could eat you, before you even heard about me. There's minotaurs, manticores. You ever see a manticore? There's still a couple of dragons running around. I want you to dig down, dig deep, right down,
What do you
And I
think
want
we're
you-
gonna say? Like, what are you were you trying to get us to say?
I'm not trying to get you to say anything specific. I want you to tell me what you really want. Like, if there's no one listening, if there's no one to judge you,
I want to be a great poet. I don't want anyone to laugh at my poetry anymore. I want money. I want Justine.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me make some notes.
Isn't Justine kind of old and decrepit? No.
Well, in my scenario, you take me back 50 years too.
I take you back. So let's see. Take you back 50 years. Make her fall in love with you. That's a little risque. I like it.
You don't have to make her. She already loves me.
That's not usually, but I like it. Like, it's totally on my alley. I dig it. And then do you want to be a good poet, or do you just want people to think you're a good poet?
I want to be a good poet.
All right. So people are going to think you suck. You realize, because people don't understand poetry. But you're going to be a fantastic poet, and 100 years from now, when they study your poems, they're going to be like, "Holy fuck!"
Here, as long as Justine likes my poetry.
Done. All right. That poetry one.
And my mom.
You want?
I mean, mothers like all of the stuff that you do, regardless
I want it
of
not
how
to be
it is. So,
because I'm her son, I want her to actually like.
You want to stop being her son, or do you?
No, that's enough.
Because that would be really weird. All right, I can do that. That's not too bad. That's kind of all right. There's the whole forced love thing that's a little wonky, but the rest of it, like,
it's not forced. It's not forced.
I'm gonna give you give it a 3. 3 out of 5. It's not bad. You're not the worst, most rotten mortal I've ever met.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, you're not the worst, but you're not great, but you're not the worst.
Okay.
Not bad. 3 out of 5.
Coming from a demon, I don't care what you have to say. Sorry. I mean, it's
like
true.
The cops, no one likes us until they need us.
Okay, come on. We're spitballing here, you guys. Let's put some ideas out.
I still really just want him to fuck off.
All right, you want me to leave? All right. Very altruistic of you.
No, it's for completely selfish reasons.
Oh, I bother you, do I? I annoy you? So you don't care how I do that, though, right? You just want me to leave?
I want you to take us back to where we meet the mallard.
Oh, so now you're changing the deal.
It was the deal like 5 minutes ago. I said I want you to take us back so we could kill the mallard and not go to fucking Ravenghast.
Assume you're in front of one of these mirrors that records things now, and whatever you say, that's what it's going to be. So tell me what you want.
I was on the path I chose. I want to go back to it.
Want to go back to the way things were?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. By you there, Short Stack. I'm sorry. That was very ableist of me.
It's okay. I've been getting it from this one the whole time. I mean, it's all good. I'll tell you what I want to do, right?
Yeah, you tell me.
Here's the deal I'm going to make you, and it's the only deal that's going to matter, okay? I want you can have whatever you want. But here's the deal. You take all 4 of us back to the very first time you showed up here in this world. Okay? We go to Ravenghast, okay? And as we get to Ravenghast, okay, we're going to meet with you, and we're going to consolidate our power and make sure that you can have everything you want, and we're going to avoid all of this nonsense, this waste of time, the cycling through the dancing, the everything, and I attack him.
Oh, no.
Initiative.
You strike him.
Yeah. Both my swords.
His eyes fade out of the black. They go back to the pale blue. Brum, I try.
Thanks, Steven.
No, that's not what I was expecting at all.
That's pretty much exactly what I was expecting.
No, I was expecting you to kick his butt. Anyway, I'm gonna go over and poke Richardson.
I'm gonna go over and piano.
What?
Brum just walks out. Brum just turns. Just as soon as they're like going towards Jory, she just turns and starts walking out of the tavern.
So I don't want to stay with the people doing things to a corpse. So you walk outside of the tavern, Brum.
I said poke. Poking. Like,
You
are
walk
you
outside of the
dead?
tavern, Brum.
You didn't say what you were poking him with.
Y'all lost your talking privileges. Just can it. Brum, you walk outside, you step out of the inn, and you see that tree, the skull root tree, the big twisted gnarly tree with the skull.
That's what I was
base of it.
originally walking out of the tavern to go to before he, possessed one of my best friends.
So you go over to the tree.
I just knock on it. I assume you're still there.
Yeah, I'm here. Are they?
Do you have this
around the body in there?
Yeah, just don't tell me. Just don't tell me.
No, but I'm saying they look down at me like I'm the bad guy, and the other one's fucking micturating on him. Like
I mean, this certainly is not the first time something like this has happened to you, right? You have this effect. You have this effect on people.
You should see the shit I've seen, my friend.
Right, you have this effect on people.
Yeah.
So Taven's gonna follow out.
Hold on a second.
I'm not poking at the body. So.
Hold on a second.
Sure.
Let just Miko finish his thought.
Sure.
He's been holding it in for a while.
It's fine.
Look, this even you would have to understand that this situation is not. Well, it's pretty well fucked. You and your friends wanting to come here to this world, coveting this world, you needing people to create strange and weird portals in basements for that kind of thing to happen.
Yeah, it's not very it's not very salubrious sometimes. I get that.
Right. What is it that you care about with these fuckers in the other world anyway? Aren't you guys all trying to just outdo each other anyway?
No, that's what you guys think, but you know what? Back on my own world, you know what people say? Those fuckers on that world, they're all just trying to outdo each other all the time, climbing over each other, trying to make a buck more, fucking stealing from each other, lying to each other, like fucking the stories we hear about you guys.
Then why do you want to come here?
Well, because once you're gone, at least the world is not dying. Where I come from, it's pretty much already dead, but so
you have people that you care about over there?
Well, yeah. I got friends, I got family,
And you want to bring them to this place that is so fucking awful?
Well, once we get rid of you guys, it'll be fine. It's kind of nice, actually. I like the trees.
Then why do you need to change it?
Well, because if we make it uninhabitable to you, it makes it easier to... You see...
Right, but then aren't you then going to corrupt it to the point that it starts dying just like your world did?
No, at least it'll buy us a few years. But see, the thing is this, right? There's only a couple of us at a time that can come here, and we're pretty powerful, but killing you takes a lot of time, and sometimes you put up a hell of a fight. The easiest way to deal with you is to make you kill yourselves. We come in here, spread out a little bit, people want something, they start fighting amongst each other, start stabbing each other in the back. You're doing the job for us. I mean, it's like, imagine an old granny in a wheelchair at the top of a hill and you shove her. Like, that's literally what it's like. You guys are some else.
Oh, no, we're pretty good at killing each other. Some of us better at it than others.
Yeah. So, just easier that way.
Well, I tell you what. Here's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want some pleasure in the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I'm willing to kill people. To an extent that you never, ever will be able to comprehend fully of what a mortal can do to other mortals. What I'm good at, I am one of the best assassins of this generation. Maybe previous generations too. I don't know. I don't much care about how good other people are at killing. I just know that I can do it. You saw up in the manor
I did.
the number of times that I killed the nincompoops back in the inn there.
Yeah, but nincompoops. Look, I like your deal, but I'm gonna raise the ante. I'm gonna do you one better. You ready for this? One of your buddies.
I didn't tell you what the pleasure I want for eternity is.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to know.
Well, it involves one of your minions, so that should be doable, right?
Oh, I got you. I read you. I'm picking up what you're dropping.
Yeah.
One of your buddies is coming here, so you got about 10 seconds to take this deal or not. This is the deal I'm going to make you. I'm going to
Sure.
agree to your deal if you will accept to come and spend 1 year in my world. It's not going to be an actual 1 year, but it's going to feel like a year to you. You're going to come and spend a year in my world. And if after you spend a year in my world, you're still willing to do what you're saying you're willing to do, I am willing to bet you're going to want to do it without me even having to give you anything. But you come and spend a year in my world. You see what it's like. You see what we see of your people here. And then I am willing to bet you're going to be willing to do what you're offering to me for completely free. And if that's the case, then that's what you do. And if you can honestly tell me at that point that you don't feel that it's worth it, then you won't have to do anything. I will give you exactly what you want for nothing. But I'm willing to bet that if you spend a year on our side looking at this side, you're going to be wanting to do exactly what we're doing.
But I already told you that I'm willing to do all of the killing and stuff that you're trying to do anyway.
Yeah, but, I can get people to kill people for me all the time. What's going to be interesting is seeing how that changes. But I'm going to sweeten the pot. You ready for this?
Hmm.
You have to bring one of your friends with you. You don't have to convince them. I'm just
How
going to...
many times do I have to tell people I don't do men?
You pick one of them to come with you, and I'm willing to bet that a year from now, they're going to be feeling exactly the same way you are. And you know what? And during that time, that year, you can have your afterlife pleasure. You get to pick one of them. You have to pick one of them.
Okay.
Cool?
You need me to pick them now, or?
Give me a name.
Cloud.
Okay.
He's good with mud.
You arrive, Taven, and you find you find Brum talking to the tree.
So when I come out, you see I've got like a barrel over my shoulder, and I kind of walk up and I at the base of the tree. So did you get all of whatever you're talking about out of your system, or what?
I guess. What are you
Cool.
doing?
I'm going to take my sword, and I'm going to stab the side of the barrel. This is a mystical sword, right? It saved my life one time, and I'm like cutting a hole in the barrel, and I'm busting some of the things apart, so the liquid's coming out, and it's pouring all over the base of the tree. It was, these are the swords of St. Alban the Inscrutable. He was a Mallard mercenary, and he made his fame and his fortune by his uncanny ability to pretend to do things. And, I thought that'd be fitting. So I'm going to take up my flint and steel. So I'm just going to burn this fucking tree to the ground. And you're going to go back inside with the others, okay?
Yeah, okay. It's not going to do much good, yeah?
Well, that's cool, because you know what? I can guarantee you're really good at killing shit, and so am I. So I'll just keep killing whatever the hell that demon wants to get into. I got time. My son's safe, and I'm dead already, so who the fuck cares, right?
Okay.
And the base of the tree starts to catch on fire.
Whatever floats your boat, short stack. Just like pats him on the head and heads back towards the inn.
You head back towards the inn. As you step into the inn, Taven, you see Brum step into the inn and disappears. Inside, Gilroy, you're talking to Cloud. What are you talking? What are you doing? You have poked and micturated upon the poor body of Richardson.
I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still like, I was just checking to see if he was dead. Why are you peeing on him already? You don't mark him until
on your shoulder, Cloud, and you hear a voice in your ear that says, "Don't worry, buddy. We got some great sarsaparilla." Gilroy, you are now alone in the tavern with the body of Richardson. There's the smell of burning wood coming from outside.
I go behind the bar. I pour myself a whiskey. And I sit down at the bar.
Do you start writing poetry?
Pull out the book. Start thinking of things that rhyme. With body. With trick.
With bifurcated.
with urinate.
Time. With whiz. With demons.
Outside, Taven, you watch as the tree burns down into nothing, the skull at the base of it crumbling down under the weight of the rest of it as the inside is burned to a crisp. You inside are sitting around at the bar writing poetry and just having all the difficulty in the world, and none of the rhymes work, and it's just terrible. You tell yourself, well, tomorrow's another day to start all over. And meanwhile, somewhere far away, on a rocky outcropping, overlooking a world that really, when you think about it, is not that different from ours. There's people running around, trying to make a buck, trying to get one over other people. There's people killing people, people lying to people, and all the while the planet's dying and falling apart around them. No one seems to care. They know, but they don't seem to care. Behind you, the demon says, 1 year. And as you look out into this vista of these tall buildings, these strange chariots that move on their own, people milling about, things that fly in the air that are not dragons, and you get the true horror of it. You rue the day that you followed the one named Lodril all the way to the place called Ravenghast.
There's a very quiet fucking mallard.
And with that, my friends, we finish the slightly horrific
Boom!
scenario.
Lightly.
Right. Yeah, there was peeing and things got weird.
Things got weird. Yeah, things got weird. Hey, Insomnia. Sorry, man. I wasn't looking at chat at all. Totally absorbed in this thing here. Thanks for dropping in and checking it out. My friends, you have visited Ravenghast.
Round of applause.
We
That's
love
all.
it.
Did
You have
we
survived.
survive to tell the tale? 'Cause
Right?
I
I
don't think we did. No.
I don't think we did, but the thing is that, interestingly enough, there are two other people from another storyline that have transferred into this world. So maybe at some point we'll see what the four of you get up to.
Is this where they went?
This is where they went.
Oh no. Now I have to go watch something to know what you're talking about.
Is he the one that dropped his underwear?
No,
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That was
That happened though.
That was Ternox. Well, Lodril talks about it in his book, right? The Dominator.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
dominate.
Remember the Island of Domination? Ternaxin was the Dominator.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, just because I'm going to need the link to this show that you're talking about so I can put it in the show notes on YouTube so people can then go check out what you're talking about.
Right.
I'll
Awesome. Well,
give you the link. It was a one shot we did on Guildsphere.
nice. If you want to throw it in the chat right now for people that are watching, that'd be awesome. While you're doing that, why don't we do a round of outros? Let's start with Shelly. This is your first time. Well, technically it's your second time now, but this has been your first stream on the channel. So thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
This has been super fun. I'm super jazzed to be here and all that stuff. I'm Shelly. You can find me on Blue Sky and Threads. Hey, it's Flea Monkey. And let's see. I guess you can find me in November. We'll be doing Greyhawk again over at Guild Superior.
Nice.
I'll be there. And on Wednesdays, I play a little Pathfinder with Ty Thalanos on his channel.
Awesome.
Those are places to find me. Thanks again. I had a wonderful time with you guys.
It was awesome to have you over here. I had a great time having you on the channel, so I hope you come back soon.
I hope I do too.
Kevin, why don't you follow
Did you just
that up?
know that you were coming back next weekend or something?
Right? We actually have you on a contract now. I don't know if you realize that you signed it, but you'll be here every what's tonight?
Purchase of this book.
Right?
In blood.
At the very least, Shelly will be here on November 4th for our upcoming charity stream.
Yay!
Ah, touche.
Touche.
Yes,
or not touche. That is the question.
By the way, I want to reiterate that if you'd gone in the crypt, it was like insta kill because Lodril's in there and he's fucking pissed off. If you went in there, it was fucking like instant. You'd have reset to the beginning of the inn.
You just open the door. There's a flash of something, and you wake up.
On the map, I'll show you the map, but there's like duck footsteps
Duck
in the
prints.
map.
That's
he's
awesome.
been pacing, and you would have found Brum's dagger in his back.
The horrid undead dire mallard.
So good.
Kevin, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hi. I'm Kevin. Found online at the socials at KevRan Games. I am one of the team members here on Wanderer's Haven, and so it was a blast to get here and play and to do some really cool stuff. I'm usually running stuff, so it's always good to sit and play. And Bleak is one of my favorite people to game with, so it was it was awesome. It was really cool playing with Shelly for the first time, and of course I played with Miko and Jeremy many a time before.
Hooray!
And I will many a time again after. When I'm not here, you can find me over on La Nocturna. This Friday we have a continuing storyline. It's a grimdark 5th edition campaign setting that we do some really cool wild fast tales, and it's pretty exciting. So come check us out at 9 over there on Fridays. So, but yeah, this was amazing. Thank you so much, Bleak. It's always a pleasure, and can't wait for the next thing.
Kick ass. Awesome. Miko.
Hi, everyone. I am Miko, otherwise known as the OKSGM. Find me on the socials at the_KS_GM, and then on places that don't like underscores, you just take them out. This has been a ton of fun. As always, Shelly, I love getting a chance to roleplay with you. I feel like we always have weird character interactions, and I'm here for it. So let's see. Wednesdays, you can find me here on the Wanderers Haven channel as one of the producers on this channel. I am running my own homebrew world of Ystera in a series of arcs currently named the Chaos series. We are starting tomorrow, Arc 3, Chaos Hungers. And that is going to prove to, I think, be one of the better ones, as we're going to be kicking things off with some very emotional drama. Some of the players have been talking about their traumatic experiences from the first couple of arcs. And that's all going to kind of come to a head right at the beginning. So yeah, and we have Kevin to blame for a lot of that from things. So tune in for that. Jeremy's going to talk about a bunch of other stuff that we do here on the channel, but I'm going to plug our charity stream on November 4th for Extra Life. We're doing a marathon show starting at noon Eastern and not going to stop until it stops.
Right?
12 hours later. And I volunteered to produce that. So it's going to be a really, 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 really long day.
Nice.
But we have some cool games played in that. Beth is going to run a Tremors inspired Kevin Bacon-esque kind of survival game. I'm going to be running Library Cats, which is everyone plays a clouder of cats in a magical library. And Kev, what's the game that you're running?
I'm running Save Game, which is a setting for Fate Core, which is basically your video game characters.
Nice.
Gonna run around and have some video game-esque fun, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, and Jeremy is emceeing the whole thing with interludes in between the games and such. So yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun, and it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And in fact, right now, if you go down into the About section with all of the neat things here on Twitch, there is a thing where you can donate starting. Well, it already started, but yeah, if you want to jump on the bandwagon early and donate to Extra Life, it's a fantastic organization that supports the Children's Hospital Foundation, which much love for them. Anything else before we hand it off to Bleak?
No, I'm good, man.
All right.
Bleak is the best.
Bleak, why don't you?
Oh, I feel like I'm compelled since we haven't done it yet, because every stream that I'm on, we should do these sorts of things. Tabletopaudio.com, everyone, is a wonderful, wonderful.
I was actually I shared the link, but I was like, I should ask before we do a shout out. This is Tabletop Audio, right, Bleak?
It is.
Yes.
Hooray!
Yes.
Love Tabletop Audio. They make awesome background music.
Hell yeah.
They're not a sponsor of the channel. I wish that they were, but even if they aren't, I'm still going to support them and shout them out because they make awesome stuff for free. That you can bring their awesomeness to your table, virtual or otherwise, at tabletopaudio.com.
Totally. Speaking of compelling, I compel you, Bleak, to tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
I'm on all the socials as either Bleakseason or the Bleakseason. What am I doing? I actually have a 5-day break from streaming.
What?
Starting right after this, which is kind of
That
odd.
Sounds wrong.
I know.
Day 4 is going to come around. He's going to be like twitching.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody put me on the show!
Well, we'll figure it out. But next week on Tuesday at 8 o'clock on my channel, Twitch, Twitch.tv/The Bleakseason, I am doing a one-shot The Witcher game.
Nice.
A bunch of cool people. It's going to be a slightly horrific scenario there too. We'll probably a little bit more serious than here. It's about witches that are being killed in a fairy tale type of forest. And then on Thursday on Guild Superior, I start a new series, a Shadowrun, that I've completed over all the system using the Year Zero engine. Kevin's going to be in that.
Sweet.
A bunch of other cool people, and it's a heist story.
Hell yeah.
Set in the Shadowrun world. So it's going to be a lot of fun also. I got a bunch of other stuff coming up there, but that's what's coming up in the near future. It was a lot of fun coming here playing with my friends. And doing this, you absolutely threw me for a loop, Miko, when you destroyed the portal.
I don't know why you don't expect me to do stuff like that. I do stuff like that in every game we play.
So from that moment, like none of that was prepared. I was just like, well, let's see where it goes. You were pretty much screwed the moment you destroyed the piano, but
Oh shit.
yeah, but it's okay.
Tried stopping you guys.
That's okay.
And it was just really bad timing because had we all been in the same room and you said something, I probably would have stopped. I don't know that for sure, but
stopped.
yeah,
For sure.
Yelled to stop. You wouldn't have stopped.
But like I'm facing the ghosts who are like looking horrified as you're smashing me into it. I'm just like, oh shit.
I think I got it this time. Wow.
I thought it was fun because I usually in games like this I set up several backstops, right, so that if the players missed the one thing, they have another chance of doing the right thing and another chance. But this one I went reverse with it. I just put a bunch of ways that you could fuck up because it was supposed to be a
Right.
or scenario.
And we chose
And,
all of the ways to fuck up.
including ways he hadn't plotted for.
Right.
Exactly. So there you go. But it turned out okay. I like where it ended, and so it was fun.
We didn't go
Yeah.
into the zombie room though.
No, and you didn't even fight once, which is kind of an interesting
know.
2 sessions without a fight. You just close the door. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
These guys
Why
are
did I not
just-
just close the door?
I love that. You're just like, I walk out, I lock the door. What are they going
And
to
that
do?
was the rest of the family, right? There was 9. So there was
Yeah.
5 dead ones. And those were the ones that the rest of the family had been sacrificing into the demon. And then Ephraim killed the other 5.
All right. Yeah.
And there was a
then-
hole
I-
upstairs.
Then Ronwyn
Yeah.
showed up and they fell in love. And she kind of got her to, self-sacrifice herself by continuing to dance, blah, 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 to keep the demon there. And then you clowns showed up.
I mean,
All the Mallard's fault.
right?
It is really.
It
the
is,
Mallard's
truly.
fault. It's
He
not
is the
ours.
one who
An
chose
encounter with
us.
a centaur.
What was that about a centaur?
Jeremy,
There was an encounter with a centaur that you missed.
What the heck?
Man.
Let's
Was
go
that
back.
in one of the other of the 3 paths?
We're going to start over.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically.
All right.
All right, we're gonna take a
Yeah,
5-minute break, and then we're gonna
Right.
do that. No.
Join us next Monday as we start this over.
Well,
just
my
like in the
idea was
game.
that you die early or something happens and you reset early, you could go buy another thing. So I knew I had to have them all prepared.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I planned for everything except Miko, basically, is what happened.
you never planned
Miko
enough
and
for
Miko's
me.
bicep.
No one plans for Miko.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you
Cool,
again,
yeah,
Bleak.
so thank you
It's
so much.
great. I love having you over on the channel in general. Great to have you over here to run something. Thank you so much. Thank you all for playing and being on the channel. It was so much fun. If you were trying to watch last night, I again apologize for our tech kerfuffle, but I am so glad that we got the chance to play tonight instead. I'm Jeremy. You can find me here on the channel or on the social medias, usually at WH Pubs, or you can head to whpublications.com. Let's see, we covered all of that stuff. There's we got
Miniature
Halloween.
Mondays.
We have Halloween stuff coming up. There will be a Miniature Monday this coming Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Keep your eye out for the Halloween stuff because it is currently being scheduled. We know what we're doing. We're just throwing it down on the schedule. I feel like there's one more thing. Yeah.
Rate you. Who are we raiding?
We're going to raid Maja RPG.
Yeah.
Cool. Love those guys.
The RPG. Oh, we could raid Wanderer's Haven. They're on.
Wait, Wander's
Wander-
Haven's on?
Waters Haven? Oh man.
Now, I hear they're kind of
Weird.
dicks. I would let's avoid
Yeah,
that.
they pee on corpses.
They do be on courses, and
That was
I-
without a doubt
Hey.
the single weirdest thing I've
Just
ever had
lifting
a
a little
player
leg.
tell me to
I'm
Right?
just
do.
lifting a little leg. I'm a dog. What am I gonna do?
right, that's
I was
fair.
like,
You know, speaking of peeing on corpses, I'm gonna head out, and I will see you all next time. Thank you all for joining. We'll catch you later. Bye.
thanks.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.